ready? Stream's getting ready. Any second now. And we're live. Hello, everyone. It's Gaming Navi and Chase.
Yep, we're doing this.
Yeah, we're gonna get the Sword of Kings. For those of you who weren't here last week, we got royally screwed. And we set the cosmic background. Because we spent 2 hours trying to get the frickin' Sword of Kings.
We sure did.
And we didn't get it.
No, we did not.
For 2 hours, we didn't get the sword. We're going to start off with Chase first.
We're going to switch every 5 battles, I think.
Yeah, like, at least every 5 battles or something.
So here's battle number 1, and somehow that counts as a green, even though we...
This is just... We're trying to get the Sword of Kings. And that's all we want. But, like, for some freaking reason, we can't. And people voted on Twitter saying, yep, go get the sword. Like 5 people voted to say, go get the sword.
Which means 5 people want to see us suffer, so...
Yep, I'm posting the link to my Twitter and stuff.
Alright, this was fight 2. Let's see. Nope. Alright, well. Gonna heal Paula because she's about to die.
This is gonna be a great time, isn't it? Oh, you know me, I'm just...
That was a regular Starman, I don't know.
I'm not happy. We're gonna be sad.
I'll get sad today.
Too bad. I am. I'm not happy with this.
What?
We're not gonna get the sword. I'm calling it right now. We are not getting that damn sword. We aren't getting that damn sword.
Oh, this is fight 4, so you better get ready.
I don't want to get this. I want this. We're committed at this point, but at the same time, I'm scared. Scared we're gonna spend like another 2 hours and still not get the fucking sword, dude. I mean, you have to understand what I mean.
Yeah. I do, but at the same time you started, Rick. You son of a bitch, I swear. You replenish your fuel supply one more...
I want to say fan art of you just like flipping off that robot just because he keeps healing himself.
And he's dead.
I would like to see like...
You're level 71.
Oh, goody!
Alright, so one more fight, then we switch.
Oh,
here's the lucky bastard right now.
Oh. Did it? No.
Okay.
Damn it.
I'm gonna switch back to the big league bat just so Ness is actually accurate in fights. I think we're at the point where we're still stronger than them, so it won't matter.
Come on, guys. Yes. Right?
Okay, if it gives you 5,000, that means it's a regular Starman.
Come on, just die already! There's the chance for a surprise opening attack. Starman Super's been murdered. Now it's time to just kill. Come on. Kill him! Oh, dude, you landed a critical. God, just mash the A button. There we go. Woo! 14,271. Who's level 67? Come on! Give us the sword! Damn it!
I'll keep my sword for you,
I'll keep my sword for you, Danny! There, John reference. You won!
I was just a regular Starman then, so...
Buddy! Come on! Dang it! Come on.
This game...
I will air hump at you guys so you guys give us a sword! Oh, now we're just fighting this one.
Just run. He's not worth it. You hear that? You're not worth
How
it.
could we not run away from that thing? It's got 3 stubby legs. You probably can't see that well, and all it's gonna do is heal itself and then blow up when we attack it. Yes! Fucking finally. Okay. Now die! Give us the freaking sword already.
Don't make us sing again, please.
I will fucking sing again if that's what it takes.
Because it worked so well last time.
I just want my fucking
I just
sword.
want to say we've learned all the PSI we can at this point.
Oh, we fucking have?
Yes, except for Pooh's,
PK Starstorm Ultimate?
yeah.
Oh, this guy can attack. I didn't know he could actually
Yeah, but it's
fight
really
back.
rare because they spend like 90% of the fight healing.
Oh, there he goes. Let's count up all the rare things we've done. We saw the duck spawn in the area it shouldn't. We got all those rare encounters. And we got to see that guy who attacked for like, heck, out of like 1 out of a million times. But we still can't get the sword. I'm gonna cry. We've landed so many freaking criticals. Yo, level up, got so many good level ups. We put in so much effort. All I want is the sword. Okay? I'm not asking for much. I just want the sword.
Please.
Please, we've suffered long enough.
Okay, well that's...
Paula's level 73. Good job, Paula!
I feel like when Ness gets to level 80, we just gotta move on.
No,
Okay.
we're determined. Damn it.
Well, we'll use save state so we don't level up. We'll just have to...
I'm a determined motherfucker. I'm not stopping until we get that sword. Besides, by level 99 will probably be overpowered for Genghis, okay? Doesn't matter. Oh my goodness! You weak ass bitch, fight us! What if he has the sword and he's just summoning up buddies because he's scared we're gonna get it?
I would not be surprised.
Give us the sword! Give us sword! Sword! Sword!
No.
I can't. I can't.
Oh,
This is bullshit.
What? This is a weird battle position.
Yeah, what the fuck? Come on. Get us the sword. It's all I want out of life. It's a sword. Is that sad? The
Yeah.
only thing I want in life at this point is a fucking sword in a video game. I mean, that's all I want. What do you guys at home want? Do you guys want sword? I want sword. I want sword. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to understand. I just want a sword so I can murder the bad alien people. Okay? But no. This game has to be a douche. I'm just gonna do a quick look up. See if maybe there's like a SNES Classic problem with getting the sword. SNES Classic. Earthbound changes? Plays data patches to many games at runtime, including Earthbound. Multi-pin Sword of Kings. Sword of Kings SNES Classic. Hold on. 4 hours in, level 59, that's at start. I just hit 80. I've cleared this game a dozen times.
I swear if there is some weird issue with the...
You know, apparently we're just unlucky.
Yay. Story of my life.
Because, yeah, there was someone else thinking that. But, apparently, no, it's just they're unlucky. And now I'm even more sad. Because now it means that we're just unlucky as well. I just want to be out getting sword, but no, we gotta be doing this garbo. Where are we going?
I got confused.
I just want a sword. I just want a freaking sword. Please, Chase, get a sword! Sword? Give us sword! Smash. Come on. Give us sword. I want it. I want... Please. Please. Give us sword. You won. XP. I'm level 72. I got a good level up.
That was a really good level up for you.
But no sword. I just want a sword, damn it. Why is this so damn hard for us?
I don't know.
We just can't get the frickin' sword. Why can't we get sword? Is we just not supposed to get the sword? Even though people voted for us to get the sword? Cosmos are just like, nah, don't want to give it to you. Why is this so hard? Once, please, please.
That was a really good level up for Pooh, though.
It doesn't matter. Is that what we want for Pooh? You know what Pooh wants? He wants a frickin' sword. Doesn't matter what the level ups are now. We're overpowered. Okay, we just want dang sword. You know what I think the game wants?
What?
I think it's about tree fitting. I don't know, I'm just making South Park references to help me stay sane. Because I don't like this. This is bullshit. Just all I want is a dang sword. Come on! Please give us sword! You gonna be the one? You gonna be the one? We barely even started and I'm already lost hope.
Yeah.
I mean, after going on for 2 hours last time, trying to get it, and still didn't succeed. Needless to say, I am slightly worried. Come on. Just give us sword. He's dead. And now, can you give us sword? Gain a lot of XP. No level ups or sword. But hot dang, we got level up. Are you happy? I mean, not level up, we got XP. Are you happy, Chase? Is this everything you ever wanted?
Okay, I want you to look at how much health Ness has.
633. Good job.
And he's gonna get more soon. A lot more soon.
You know, if we don't max out from doing this shit.
We can't max out.
No, I mean if we don't max out level. That's what I mean. Not max out health. Come on!
Alright, one more and then we'll switch again.
Okay. Surprised you haven't gone up again.
You want to
Why?
go back up?
No, I mean, we spent all of last episode up there.
I know, we might as well try a lower level, see if that does anything different.
I mean, honestly, I don't think we've actually encountered exploding robots that much down here. So maybe this is just where we should be. Go on. What's the sword? Please? Ah! I feel like Cartman at the end of, that one episode of South Park where he doesn't get his stuff from Amazon. What the fuck? I was pointing at that guy! You douche nazzle! Fuck you. I want to reduce the profanities and stuff, but at this point, I'm gonna just say, screw it. I don't care. I want my dang sword. Yeah, we got XP. Whoop de freaking do. You know what I want?
Yep,
a sword. What?
That was a regular star, man. But
yeah, I know. I'm just mad that we haven't gotten a sword yet. Come on. How are we getting into the red when we're pointing at them? Engage auto fight. Don't even. We're high enough level. We don't need to use our PSI. We could just turn auto fight on and win. Is that how you want to play Earthbound, Chase?
Yeah, I mean that's how I've been.
Yeah, I know that's what you've been doing for like the past 15 minutes, but still. We're just sucking out more of the engagement from this game because the frickin' won't give us the dang sword.
Okay, I know an area to make it really easy. I looked up a YouTube thing.
Okay.
Alright, when it's my turn again.
Fine. Gosh dang it.
Okay, that was weird. That was... It's just a regular Starman.
Starman?
Yeah.
John Starman?
I'm John Starman! Peanuts a day! I don't know. It's too early for this.
Why just die already? I'm not engaging on now because I want to do something. Is that too much to ask for?
Yeah.
To do something in this game? Because all I want is... Yeah. I guess where do you think that spot is? Oh, there's two guys up there.
Hello, gentlemen.
Well, he teleports behind us and engages normal battle. We walk like in front of it. It's like, nope, you gonna engage. I'm gonna get the first attack, right? Because screw you. You won. You gained XP.
Think about how much money we'll have.
Oh, Lord.
We need to go back to one end and get that house.
Yeah, we probably should. Ness gonna be a happy homeowner at the age of, like, how old is he? Yeah. 13, he's gonna own real estate and have enough money to fix it up and turn it into a frickin' mansion. He's gonna be like Luigi or Wario. Okay, there's a yellow one. Now, don't screw it up. I don't know how you could screw it up, though. It's not even in our hands. Come on!
Wait, they're weak to PK freeze? I didn't know that.
Wait, what the hell? Are you kidding me? They've had a weakness this whole time?
You know we're gonna exploit that shit.
Oh, yeah, we are! Oh, and now it's solidified, So, yeah, it's not gonna heal it, but it still explodes into bits.
Yeah, but whatever. You can just end.
Design those enemies.
We're 78. Or Ness is 78.
Ness isn't 78. He's 13.
Boo.
What?
I said boo.
I'm sorry. I'm already feeling the despair 21 minutes in because I know how long it's going to be. It's going to be an eternity. with the friggin' heat death of the universe, and we'll still not have that sword. We'll be loading save states and all that BS because screw it.
Oh,
We weren't even facing it that time. How did we engage the secret thing?
Oh.
This theory
They
you were
just
talking
keep.
about?
No, it's not, but they keep spawning, and I don't want to leave any of them behind because they might be Starman Super.
Here we go. You're gonna get it.
This one doesn't have it. I really got
Why?
excited for a second, but it was just you leveling up.
Why can't we get our freaking sword? Let's use the KC bat and who's level 69?
Oh, no, we're strong enough we don't need the KC bat anymore.
Well, like, what did it do?
It made it so they were green more,
Oh.
so they were running away from us, but now we're at the point where it doesn't matter, so... Isn't that fun?
No, it would be. But you know what? It's not, because this game sucks. Some people are gonna be like, no, this game is good, but I'm just saying that. It sucks. I mean, you gotta get the sword.
You don't have to.
No, we got to. We already put in 2 hours worth of content and counting. So I'm just gonna friggin' I wanna sing. I wanna sing.
Fine, you want to sing and I'll just keep doing this?
I don't know what to sing though. I say sing, but I'll just be a horrible butcher.
Wow, okay.
So I'm
He
not
just brought his friend back from the dead.
Dang it!
It means less PSI for him, though, so...
Hurry up and give us the freaking sword. It's just, is it too much to ask for a sword?
Mm-hmm.
I got a sword. My sword's at home. Come on.
Ooh.
Okay, so where we going?
Alright, we gotta go back up.
Oh, goody. Da 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 da. This song's gonna be engraved in our minds by the end of this. I mean, it's like the 2 hours we already put in where it's enough. Now it's gonna just be. It's never gonna leave us now. Because someone in the cosmos decided to say, fuck you. Like a Erasmus just going, fuck you. And that's the Black Universe, you know what I mean. Screw you, Chase.
What?
You ain't laughing. Come on. Damn it! Please. Give us sword. Okay, he's gone, and now we can fight these guys. Then it's gonna go right, okay? Please. All I want is a sword. A sword so we can continue our playthrough. Because the internet has spoken. The internet said, don't fuck the sword, go get it. So then you can fuck it. I don't want to fuck the sword, but it's just what the internet has declared. Ba 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 ba. Now! Come on.
Alright, this is what we gotta do. Hi, gentlemen.
Gentlemen. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bam-bam-bam-bam. Meet the Starman. Come on, please. Okay, now this guy is going to do something, I hope. Can you give us a sword, please? I would very much like a sword.
Oh, who's at max PP? Alright.
Gained XP. Dang it! Give sword. Want sword. Is sword too much to ask for?
Oh wow, none of them spawned.
Come on! Why do the exploding robots not spawn on the bridge?
No, this is just the area you just go back and forth.
Sword Kings only drop from the Starman Supergiant. Yes, they do. They only drop from the Golden Starmen.
Oh,
and we fought a bunch of them. We've gained so many levels, and we've yet to get one.
Hey, how's it going? You a Starman Soup? Can we have your sword, please?
Please? Please? Please?
Oh.
Chase, I want to die. Slow Starman Super. Sword.
He has a different background than normal.
Sword. No sword? We have 1 out of 28 chances too. We know. And we've been playing for over 2 hours. This stream says like we've been playing for a half hour, but we have a video up earlier from last week of us suffering for 2 hours trying to get the sword and not getting it. Now, we're here because we're screwed. Because we're determined. And because Twitter said so. And no one commented on the last video. Probably because it was 2 hours long. So now we're here, suffering. Because some cosmic being decided that we should just, you know, be dead. Damn, yeah, you got that right, Zekrom. Why don't you use your divine lightning powers to get us a sword? You do the lightning, Zekrom. We can do that, right?
Okay, here we go. We got another rainbow background one.
Please! Give us sword! Staff? Oh, what did I just step on? Okay, it's my shoe.
Okay, hold on.
I like how we used to joke about, you know, we start the stream up, first encounter would get us a sword. We're already another half hour in, and we're just, nope. Sam wants to milk our sanity for what it's worth. Come on, game. Give us a sword, and we'll let you be. But we'll go on Metacritic and downvote you for not giving us a sword. Yeah, we've threatened the game. Do you think it'll work?
No.
Shut up.
Get out of here. I forgot that Pooh has PK freeze too.
I like you were just saving Pooh's PK freeze.
Well, he can drain it so he can get it back, so it's okay.
Come on! Give us sword. Chase is almost level 80.
I feel like once we get to 85, we start using save states.
And once it's a 90, we'll start using save states. Because, like, we just can't pass level 95, like 99, right?
Level 99's the max.
Oh. So we just can't reach level 90. I mean, level 99.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. We could definitely get some magic hand in that time. Like, if we get to 90, we'll be fine. Like, we run the risk of it, but I definitely feel like we'd be safe. And at that point, we'd probably just run from a lot of the fights, just because screw it. And then, imagine how short the final boss against Gygus is going to be now. Because we're going to go in there with badass equipment, almost max level, and then Gygus is just going to be like, I am this big threatening alien who's just going to destroy your future. And we're like, yeah, but we're overpowered as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I didn't expect that. Well then.
That was a really good level up for you and Pooh.
We just keep getting level ups. Good level ups. But the game's like, yeah, but that sword you want? Fuck that shit. You can go die. I don't care. And we're just like, we want sword though. And we don't want the level ups. We want sword. And the game's like, you're getting a level up.
I'd take a level up though. Like it's.
Yeah, like, it's cool and all, but at the same time, we're already a really high level. At this point, I just want the sword.
Yeah, I want to move on.
But we can't because we're determined.
Okay, well.
Come on.
Yeah.
Please. This or Starman Super. There he is. He's gonna give us a sword, right? Gonna give us a sword. I really wish there was something we could do to increase our chances. Like with Pokemon Sword and Shield shiny hunting. I just want something. Come on. Die, you asshole. You got it. Blow up. I don't care.
It really doesn't matter if they blow up or not.
Yeah, because our level ups are making us take less damage now. That thing barely dealt 100 to us.
Good.
See, those guys are even becoming less of a threat now because of this. Da-na-na-na. Please! This song is in my head. That's gonna be in my head till the end of time, and I'm never gonna want to replay Earthbound because of it. I have Vietnam flashbacks to this part of the game.
I like how the robot didn't even help his friend who's about to die. He's just like, I'm healing myself.
Like, fuck that shit, dude. I'm worried about myself. Oh crap, that thing nearly killed me. That thing dealt 300 damage to me. Come on. All I want is... Dear Santa, give me a sword. Is that too much to ask for, Santa?
I was really hoping we were strong enough to just beat these robots in one hit. But
Well, no, we gotta probably go to Magic Camp, get that fucking be max level and all that crap. We'll never be strong enough to kill them in one hit, Chase.
oh no, I think I used PK Thunder on accident. No.
Ah, fuck. Oh, but we hit it. It didn't deal any damage. Gosh dang it, never mind. It's dealing massive amounts of damage again. Its damage output just seems to be random. Like, sometimes it's gonna deal 332 points of damage to someone, and then another time it's like 92 damage. And we can run away from this one, that's good. Should replace all the music with Doom music, because I'm sad.
Bye.
Fine. I will sing Hamilton or something. I'll butcher Hamilton SNES Classic. Just give us the Sword of Kings. Someone in the comments type in a song you want us to butcher, just to give us for content. Come on. Just do it. Just give us sword. I'll have Chase deadpan read more stuff again, like we did last time. Come on, y'all know it'll be fun. So I got nothing to think of. My brain's empty. I wait. I got all that. I got all my ideas out in that 2-hour video.
Hold on, I have an idea.
What are you doing? Wait, we have a mirror ability? What's it do?
Well, it didn't work this time, but I just realized what we can do.
What?
Pooh can shapeshift into the robot and heal us.
Are you kidding me?
If it works, that is.
I never knew Pooh had that ability in the first place.
Yeah, because no one uses it ever.
I mean, the game never told me what it was, so that's why I never used it. sword. Yes, give us a... Please. Please. No, it's moments like this where I'm mad we don't have a face cam. You know why?
Why?
Because when we get the sword, I want to do the Crash Bandicoot victory dance. Crash dance. Just crotch chop and thrust all over everyone. Do 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 do. Please, sword. 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 Oh.
Really good level up for Paula, though.
Yeah. Good level up. Too bad we don't get sword. Please, just give us the sword. I just want a sword. I'm not happy. Just want a sword. It shouldn't be that hard, but it seems we're not getting one. Please.
Alright, so you want to go to the present, and then you want to go...
Well, we end that battle, and then they're not going to give us a sword, because this game hates us.
No.
What?
Who couldn't turn into it? But like...
Yeah, cheers, you're running out of pee-pee. Sword? No! Fuck it.
You want to take over after this one?
Yeah, sure. No, I want you to find something to deadpan read like you did last time.
Do copy pastas or something.
Yeah, find some weird internet copy pasta. There we go. We found content. We'll just read someone else's thing and call it our own. Okay.
Okay, I just want to say, we got 2 smash attacks that battle in a row. Alright.
So I just keep walking back and forth this bridge all the way to the present, right?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. And use poo to heal. And if you just run into a robot, run.
We ran into a robot, but we also ran into its cohort. Oh, well, we already landed a... Oh, he turned into the power. He turned into the robot. It said, yikes, Pooh turned into the robot.
Alright, now when it's Pooh's turn, it'll like pull up, like, refill or something. Oh, no, never mind. I guess he acts on his own now. That means if Pooh dies, he explodes. I'm just saying.
Oh, no! That's it?
This is me. Literally me. No other character can come...
Chase your level 80.
Okay, it's a picture of Sonic, by the way, before I get into this reading.
We didn't get the sword.
This is me. Literally me. No other character can come close to relating to me like this. There is no way you can convince me this is not me. This character cannot possibly be any more me. It's me, and nobody can convince me otherwise. If anyone approached me on the topic of this not possibly being me, then I immediately shut them down with overwhelming evidence that this character is me.
I'm level 75.
This character is me. It is indisputable. Okay, this is not a good copy pasta.
Okay, jeez, come on. You gotta find something to intimidate the SNES Classic.
Yeah, funny copy pasta. Here we go. What the fuck did you just say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs, and I've been involved in numerous secret raids on Al-Qaeda, and I have over 300 confirmed kills. I am trained in guerrilla warfare, and I'm the top sniper in the entire U.S. Armed Forces. You are nothing to me but just another target. I will wipe you the fuck out with the precision the likes of which has never been seen before on this earth. Mark my fucking words. You think you can get away with saying that shit to me over the internet? Think again, fucker. As we speak, I am contacting my secret network of spies across the USA, and your IP is being traced right now. So you better prepare for the storm, maggot. The storm wipes out the pathetic little thing you call your life. You're fucking dead, kid. I could be anywhere, anytime, and I can kill you in over 700 different ways. And that's just with my bare hands. Not only am I extensively trained in unarmed combat, but I have access to the entire arsenal of the United States Marine Corps, and I will use it to its full extent to wipe your miserable ass off the face of the continent.
Chase,
you retribution,
maybe you should.
You little shit. If only, it's almost over. If only you could have known what unholy retribution your little clever comet was about to bring down upon you. Maybe you should have held your tongue, but you couldn't. You did it, and now you're paying the price, you goddamn idiot. It will shit fury all over you, and you will drown in it. You're fucking dead, kiddo.
What the fuck?
And did you think you could fucking fool me with that comment of yours? I searched your name up on the Navy SEAL database, and you have never ever graduated the BUDS. Hell, even served in the armed forces. If you were actually a Navy SEAL, then you would know how to spell gorilla, you fucking moron. And you say you have over 300 confirmed kills? If that were true, then why the fuck are you not a household name? And plus, he only had 160... Okay, I don't get... I'm gonna find something different.
Yeah, I was feeling very uncomfortable where that one was going.
My grandfather smoked his whole life. I was about 10 years old when my mother said to him, "If you ever want to see your grandchildren graduate, you have to stop immediately." Tears welled up in his eyes when he realized what exactly was at stake. He gave it up immediately. 3 years later, he died of lung cancer. It was really sad and destroyed me. I also undergone puberty because I can't hold a light voice like that. Anyway, my mother said to me, "Don't ever smoke. Please don't put your family through what your grandfather put us through." I agreed. At 28, I've never touched a cigarette. I must say I feel a very slight sense of regret for never having done it, because your post gave me cancer anyway.
Killed the Starman Super. Now all we can do is hope that we're gonna get the fucking sword. Come on, sword. Come on, sword.
I sexually identify as an attack helicopter. Ever since I was a boy, I dreamed soaring over the oil fields, dropping hot, sticky loads. I'm just... Okay, no. This one's getting racist.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go that one gone. I identify as a Sword of Kings, aka I don't exist. This mythical item, which is believed to be amazing, but unfortunately I don't exist. Come on. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. We've been gaming for 46 minutes. I'm full of worries. That will do this till we're dead. I'm gonna fucking die playing this game. And I'm not gonna be happy. No siree.
My name is Yoshikage Kira. I'm 33 years old.
Is this JoJo?
Yes. My house is in the northeast section of Morio, where all the villas are, and I am not married. I work as an employee for the Kameiyu department stores, and I get home every day by 8 p.m. at the latest. I don't smoke, but I occasionally drink. I'm in bed by 11 p.m., and make sure I get 8 hours of sleep no matter what. After having a glass of warm milk and doing about 20 minutes of stretches before going to bed, I usually have no problem sleeping until morning, just like a baby. I wake up without any fatigue or stress in the morning. I was told there was no issues at my last checkup. I'm trying to explain that I'm a person who wishes to live a very quiet life. I take care not to trouble myself with any enemies, like winning and losing. That would cause me to lose sleep at night. That is how I deal with society, and I know that is what brings me happiness, although if I were to fight, I wouldn't lose to anyone.
Okay, what the fuck? Give us the fucking sword. Sword? Level 77, Paula. Oh, we didn't get it. What does everyone think our odds of getting the sword are now?
1 in 128.
Yeah, but we've been doing this.
Okay, so let's fight 128 more and keep track.
Remember like that episode of Running Regular Show? Like the cereal boxes and be like, oh no, it is 1 out of 4 cereal box. You look at this crappy toy 1 out of 4 cereal boxes. You just picked the wrong 4. And it's like, oh, yeah, no, you fought 128 enemies. You just didn't fight the right 128 enemies. I'm sad. Because all I want out of life is a sword. Well, unfortunately, no one wants to give me the sword.
The thing I really like about cars is that we learned that World War II... the thing I really like about planes is that we learned that a World War II happened in the Cars universe, which means there was a car Hitler, a car Holocaust, a car Pacific War, a car D-Day, a car nuking of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, a car rape of Nanjing, a car battle of Iwo Jima. This leads to so many important questions like, were the Cars Little Boy and Fat Man nukes sentient? Was it a suicide mission? Are all the car nuclear weapons sentient? Did Tsar Bomba have a personality? What kind of car was Car Hitler? A VW? A forklift? Was there a car 911? Were the planes hijacked or were the planes themselves radicalized? I could go on.
Oh no.
I just realized a car 911 gives a whole new layer of the meaning to the phrase, let's roll.
Oh no. I don't like this.
And the response was, Hitler was probably a Mercedes 770.
What the fuck? Does that mean tanks are sentient?
That entire movie is horrifying.
Dude, how long has it been since you've seen Cars? I'm just gonna ask you that question right here.
Like a decade? I don't know. I remember I saw Cars 2 in theaters and it made me really sad.
Dude, Cars 2 was horrible.
I guess it was. It's just like, let's take this one side character people thought was charming in small doses and make him the entire movie.
It's like, hey, Larry the Cable Guy's funny. Let's make him into a movie that destroys the entire legacy that Cars that built up. Is that the adventure about Cars? And then it's like, fuck you. Now it's about Secret Agent Cars.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you.
Level 72.
Alright, here's a copy pot. You know, I should read creepypastas.
Yeah, you know what? I'm way down for creepypastas.
To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Rick and Morty. The humor is extremely subtle, and without a solid grasp of theoretical physics, most of the jokes will go over a typical viewer's head. There's also Rick's nihilistic outlook, which is deftly woven into his characterization. His personal philosophy draws heavily from Narayana Volya literature,
I fucked up.
for instance. Yeah, you did. I can see that.
I fucked up.
The fans understand this stuff. They have the intellectual capacity to truly appreciate the depths of these jokes. Who just
Chase, you're
leveled
level
up?
81 now.
Oh god.
And I just leveled up.
Yeah, I know, your health just went up by 17 points. That's pretty good.
I know, but at the same time, what is it at the cost of what, though? A sword?
To realize that these jokes aren't just funny, they are something deep about life. As a consequence, people who dislike Rick and Morty are idiots. Of course they wouldn't appreciate, for instance, the humor in Rick's existential catchphrase, Wubba Lubba Dub Dub, which itself is a cryptic reference to Turgenev's Russian epic Fathers and Sons. I'm smirking right now, just imagining one of those adeleppled simpletons scratching their heads in confusion as Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland's genius wit unfolds itself onto their television screens. What fools, how I pity them. And yes, by the way, I do have a Rick and Morty tattoo. And no, you cannot see it. It's for the ladies' eyes only. And even then, they have to demonstrate they're within 5 IQ points of my own, preferably lower, beforehand. Nothing personal, kid.
What the fuck? And this robot don't have any pee-pee. Come on! Dude, we've almost been going for another hour. That's how I feel right about now. But guess what? We ain't getting it! It's gonna blow up in pieces, but you know what? I don't give a fuck at this point.
Alright, here we go. 2-sentence horror stories. The doctors told the amputee he might experience a phantom limb from time to time. Nobody prepared him for the moments, though, when he felt cold fingers brush across his phantom hand. No? Yeah, that one wasn't that good.
Yeah, I'm very confused. Is that supposed to be a bad one?
I can't move, breathe, speak, or hear, and it's so dark all the time. If I knew I would be this lonely, I would have been cremated instead.
Oh, I got that one. They were buried alive.
I woke up to hear knocking on the glass. At first I thought it was the window until I heard it again. It came from the mirror.
Oh no.
They celebrated the first successful cryogenic freezing. He has no way of letting them know he is still conscious. These are definitely hit or miss. She wondered why she had 2 shadows. After all, there was only 1 light bulb. That one wasn't that good.
Yeah.
The grinning face stared at me from the darkness beyond my bedroom window. I live on the 14th floor.
Oh no.
There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone. It's probably the guy on the 14th floor. My girlfriend asked why I was breathing so heavily. I wasn't.
I'm expecting the twist of that one to be like, my girlfriend's been dead for 14 years.
You wake up, she doesn't. That one's kind of lame.
That's it?
You start to drift off into a comfortable sleep when you hear your name being whispered. You live, okay, these are all just, you hear something, but you live alone. What?
I hate it. It's dumb.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ba, 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 ba.
Launch these fuckers into the stratosphere.
I know. I want to. I really want to.
There's apparently a show called 2-Sentence Horror Stories that has a 5 out of 10 on IMDb, which means it sucks. So, alright, so let's see. This one is from the Occult Museum, and I trust them because their name sounds really edgy.
You know, I don't trust them.
There was a picture, yeah, okay.
There was a picture, yeah, okay.
You've read that one. A young girl hears her mother call her name from downstairs, so she gets up and starts to head down. As she gets to the top of the stairs, her mother pulls her back and whispers, "Don't go down there, I heard it too."
Oh shit.
I woke up to hear knocking. Oh no, that's the mirror one again.
Dang it.
I begin tucking him into bed and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed."
That sounds like a Side 9 Happiness comic. Like the next panel would be like the dad looking at both of them and be like, and then shoot the tops on me and like, my son's a bottom bitch, not a top. Gosh dang it.
But after working a hard day, I came home to see my girlfriend cradling our child. I don't know which was more frightening, seeing my dead girlfriend and stillborn child, or knowing that someone broke into my apartment to place them there. Oh.
That's fucked up.
Okay. I don't like that one.
That one wasn't even scary, it was just fucked up.
Most of these are just fucked up. The longer I wore it, the more it grew on me. She had such... Oh, gross.
No, what was it?
She had such pretty skin.
Okay.
You want me to read the first sentence again?
Sure.
The longer I wore it, the more it grew on me.
Oh, crud.
It's like that one stand in part 3 where it's
Oh,
the
no.
fat lady
Not-
and the skinny lady.
Not Yellow Devil.
It's Empress, I think. I don't remember.
The one based off the Blob, right?
No, I'm talking about the one that grows on Joseph's arm. And then
Yeah, no. That one. Yeah, it was the Empress. I thought you were talking about the Yellow Devil one, where it was the guy who could change his appearance.
I look into my fear. I look into the mirror. I see my reflection blink. You could have blinked! How do you know you didn't blink? Actually, I guess you wouldn't be able to tell.
Well, sometimes I don't realize when I'm blinking.
She went upstairs to check on her toddler. The window was open and the bed was empty. Oh.
Yeah, okay. It's not really creepy.
Most of these are just, oh, I live alone, but uh-oh, there's another person here. And it's like, you invited me.
The Yellow Temperance, that's the one we were talking about. Thank you, Zekrom, for being a JoJo fan.
No, Yellow Temperance is the one where the guy goes...
Yeah, the guy who can change his shape. That's what I was talking about.
And then he's like, hey, Jotaro, don't be a weird... I don't know.
Don't be a weirdo, Jotaro.
And then the dog dies. Click.
At least he gave birth to a whole new thing of cockwing memes.
Click. The dub is literally just him going click.
Why though? There's sometimes where I think a dub can disappear, but then there's gosh dang it! This guy just fucking healed his friend.
Well, you can't really transfer
Yeah, they can just have slurping noises. They don't need to have the sound. They could have just had noises.
A man went to a hotel. Oh, this is a good creepypasta. All right,
you
here
know?
we go. Yeah, I've read it before.
Okay, I'm trusting you.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, anyway. A man went to a hotel and walked up to the front desk to check in. The woman at the desk gave him his key and told him that on the way to his room, there was a door with no number that was locked and no one was allowed in there.
Oh, yeah, I know this one. This is a good one. Keep reading.
She explained that it was a storeroom and that it was out of bounds. She reminded him of this several times before allowing him to go upstairs to his room. So he followed the instructions of the woman at the front desk, going straight to his room and going to bed. However, the insistence of the woman had piqued his curiosity. So the next night, he walked down the hall to the door and tried the handle. It was locked. He bent down and looked through the white keyhole. Cold hair passed through it, chilling his eye. What he saw was a hotel bedroom, like his, and in the corner was a woman whose skin was incredibly pale. She was leaning her head against the wall, facing away from the door. He stared in confusion for a while. Was this a celebrity, the owner's daughter? He almost knocked on the door out of curiosity, but decided not to. As he was still looking, the woman turned sharply and he jumped back from the door, hoping she would not suspect he had been spying on her. He crept away from the door and walked back to his room. The next day, he returned to the door and looked through the white keyhole. This time, all he saw was pure red. He couldn't make anything out besides a distinct red color, unmoving. Perhaps the inhabitants of this room knew he was spying the night before and had blocked the keyhole with something red. He felt embarrassed that he had made the woman so uncomfortable and hoped she had not made a complaint with the woman on the front desk. And at this point, he decided to consult the front desk lady for more information. After some gentle quizzing and the promise that the explanation would go no further than him, she finally said, "Well, I might as well tell you the story of what happened in that room. A long time ago, a man murdered his wife in there. We find that even now, people get uncomfortable staying there. But these people were not ordinary. They were white all over except for their eyes, which were red."
Yeah. No, that's a good one.
Leon Gonzalez's assassination of William McKinley, the 25th President of the United States, was electrocuted for his crime on October 1st, 1901, at Auburn Prison in Auburn, New York. Among the personal effects found in his cell was a U.S. quarter stamped with the date 20. Okay.
What?
Among his personal items found in his cell was a U.S. quarter stamped with the date 2218. The face in profile on the quarter was not George Washington, but a face that has yet to be identified.
That's it?
Let me look up and see if this is true.
That's not creepy, more along the line is it's just weird. Like, creepy is, gaming creepypasta, like, what the fuck was it called? Kill Switch, I think? What was it called? That was a good creepypasta. I actually really enjoyed that one.
Is that the one where it's like the game where you're either a demon or a girl
Yeah, that
going
one.
through the mind, but no one's ever found the copy?
Yeah, because once you die or beat the game, it deletes itself off your heart. It deletes itself off your computer, so no one can play it again. And like the last person who reportedly played it was gonna live stream it. And the only thing that was seen was them crying and the computer in the background with the start screen. And that was apparently it. I do really enjoy that creepypasta. You still looking into that last one?
Yes.
And?
Nothing about him on Wikipedia.
Oh, because, Wikipedia is definitely the most trustworthy news source ever.
His last name is very confusing. Or very hard to spell.
Why don't you just copy-paste?
I just did. I'm doing that right now.
Oh, okay.
Coin, here we go.
Well, then, give us a sword. I have a feeling this is the one. We've been playing for over an hour now.
Yeah, it's fake. Quarters back then didn't have Washington on them. They just had a generic picture of a government building, so it's fake.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Here we go. Okay. Okay, this one looks interesting.
What's it called?
The Portraits.
Oh, no.
There was a hunter in the woods, who, after a long day hunting, was in the middle of an immense forest. It was getting dark, and having lost his bearings, he decided to head in one direction until he was clear of the increasingly oppressive foliage. You know what I mean. Foliage. After what seemed like hours, he came across a cabin in a small clearing. Realizing how dark it had grown, he decided to see if he could stay there for the night. He approached and found the door ajar. No one was inside. The hunter flopped down on the single bed, deciding to explain himself to the owner in the morning. As he looked around the inside of the cabin, he was surprised to see that the walls were adorned by several portraits, all painted in incredible detail. Without exception, they appeared to be staring down at him, their features twisted in the looks of hatred and malice. Staring back, he grew increasingly uncomfortable. Making a concentrated effort to ignore the hateful faces, he turned to face the wall, and exhausted, he fell into a restless sleep. The next morning, the hunter awoke. He turned blinking in unexpected sunlight. Looking up, he discovered the cabin had no portraits, only windows.
Oh. That one was actually really interesting.
I'll be right back. My phone needs to charge.
Weak. Okay, come on. Get a sword today. I'll fight one of those guys. Come on. We can do it. We can do it, what a boy.
Alright, got my iPad.
Yeah, but every level 9 games gonna say like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I feel like we just have to go with that. Or we can abuse save states for a little bit, and if that doesn't work...
I don't want to, because we've already gone over another hour.
Has it really been 2 hours?
No, it's...
Oh.
We've reached 1 hour on this live stream.
I feel like Putin, basically... I feel like his hand is a sword at this point.
It practically is, because it can deal the frickin' damage.
And, I mean, he has PSI, too, so it's like... we're sorry if we don't get it. Like, we really do apologize. But you gotta understand, we want to get this playthrough done.
Yeah.
And we have college stuff, and,
Yeah. So, come on. Just get us the sword already, kid.
Look up short creepypastas.
Look up gaming group puzzles. Let's make something relevant.
Okay, short gaming.
It doesn't have to be short, we can just find anything. Gosh dang it, that stupid robot!
Have you heard of the Godzilla NES creepypasta?
No, I haven't. I'm intrigued now.
It's a visual, but basically the guy who wrote it, it's like by today's standards, it's a pretty cliche one, with like hyper-realistic blood and stuff, but like back then it was huge because the guy made custom sprites. So like he essentially almost made a ROM hack.
Neat.
You can't play it, but like he made like screenshots with custom sprites and everything. And unlike a lot of creepypastas, it actually has a happy ending, which is...
Because, yeah, you know, creepypastas can't end happy. They always have to end creepy and ominous at the end. Because cliche.
Alright, so... we got Herobrine.
You know what? Look up Earthbound creepypasta just for the sake of theming.
We should have done this when we were in Threed.
Oh, that would have been great! Now I'm disappointed in us, Chase. Now, how long ago did we start this Earthbound Let's Play?
Almost a year ago, probably. There are no Earthbound creepypastas.
Are you fucking serious?
They're all in the Troll Pasta wiki, it looks like, which...
Ah, dang.
Which means that they're not good.
You mean the same wiki that has Sonic 06?
Yes.
I mean, Sonic...
The only Earthbound one they have is the one where Gygus is a fetus.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's not even a creepypasta, it's a fan theory.
Exactly. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to...
Yep. You have to read other gaming ones.
So this one's called The Theater. Oh, never mind.
Is this Earthbound one?
No, it's a PC game one.
Okay.
The Bowser King Boo theory. Mm-hmm. Yeah, why don't we do it? We should do like a Nintendo one, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Pokemon creepypastas at this point.
There's the faces of the Game Boy camera.
You find something that sticks out to you, and then we'll listen to it.
There's an entirely separate page for Pokemon.
Oh my goodness.
Ash's Coma? No, that one's shit.
Nah, no, I hate that
The
one.
more the anime goes on, the less that the theory makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, Pokemon Dark Green.
I can't say I'm familiar with that one.
No. This one's way too long.
That doesn't matter.
Alright. This one's called Pokemon Dark Green. It's written by...
You know, we probably should have been given credit
Christopher Maxim. That name sounds familiar. I wonder if he wrote another one anyway.
Maybe you've heard this one before, potentially.
Yeah, okay. Anyway. Does anyone remember Pokemon Green?
Yeah.
I'm not referring to the Japanese game with Venusaur on the box. I mean the one that was sold in American stores with Scyther on the front.
What?
I seem to be the only one who remembers this game. I wish I never had encountered it in the first place. It all started in 1998 when Pokemon made its way to the US with Pokemon Blue and Red. I was only 7 years old. Also, people normally put Red before Blue, but that's... A friend of mine had let me borrow his copy of Blue, and from that moment forward, I was addicted to the series. When the time came, I was reluctant to return the game to him, but I did. For the next few days, all I could talk about was the game. As a kid, your whole world can revolve around a simple game like Pokemon. I ended up helping my dad with yard work a few days before my birthday, and I couldn't help but talk his ear off about Pokemon. To my surprise, he said, "Get in the car, we're going to Walmart." Was he really about to let me purchase my own copy of Pokemon Red or Blue? I was incredibly excited. This was one of the best days of my life, but it would also lead to one of my worst. Okay, this is leading up to one of okay. We arrived at Walmart, and my father told me that this would be an early birthday gift, and I could only keep it if I behaved myself and did all of my chores. I would have done anything to get my hands on a copy of Pokemon. We went inside and made our way to the video game section, and there they were, sprawled across the shelves in a beautiful fashion. Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, and Green. I had never heard of Pokemon Green, but the Scyther on the cover enticed me. It was my favorite Pokemon at the time, and I had to have it. I grabbed a copy, checked out at the register, and went home, as happy as could be. The happiness would not last. You've said that like 3 times.
Yeah.
When I arrived at my house, I ran upstairs to my room, tore open the box, and took the cartridge out. The cartridge was very odd. I assumed it would have a normal picture of Scyther on it, just like the box did. Instead, the Scyther was a little off to the right, almost as if it was battling something that couldn't be seen, and it was almost glowing. The background was black, and underneath the Pokemon logo, it didn't say green version, as I expected. It just said green. As unsettled as this made me feel, I placed the cartridge into my Game Boy. I turned it on, and found that instead of viewing an intro like in blue, it immediately brought me to a screen with only one choice: continue. Where was a new game? I wasn't too disappointed. My overwhelming curiosity compelled me to click continue. I did so, and after a few moments, I found my character in what I assumed was my house. I tried to walk outside, but to my dismay, I could not exit the house. There were no stairs, and I couldn't interact with any of the objects in my room. What the hell? Wow, dirty mouth 7-year-old, right? I felt a sinking feeling in my stomach, realizing that my cartridge might have been broken, and I may not be able to play this amazing game after all. I shut my Game Boy off, took my cartridge out, blew on it, and put it back in. It brought me to the same screen with the same option. Continue. I clicked on continue, and it brought me to the same room. I tried shutting it off, blowing on the cartridge a few more times before I finally became too frustrated and gave up. What the hell was going on? I told my dad about the game, and he took a look at it. He was brought to the same screen and the same room, and he, as well as I, could not escape the room. Yeah, because your dad totally knows how to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Well, we can't return it. You already tore up the box. I'll get you a new one tomorrow. I became incredibly happy once again and gave my dad the biggest hug I had ever given him in my life. But disappointed in the game I received, I was glad to have the opportunity to get another one, you spoiled brat. The next day, my father and I proceeded to Walmart. We walked over to the video game section, and a lot of the Pokemon games are gone. Half of blue, most of red, and all of green had apparently been sold out. There weren't even shelves anymore where green had once been. Wow, I thought, green must have been pretty popular.
I'm on the edge of my seat, Chase.
I wasn't upset. I wasn't intending on purchasing another copy of green anyhow, seeing as it didn't work. This time I got red. Oh god, I dropped my... Okay. I had already played blue and attempted to play green, so this time I wanted to try something new. Buddy, I have news for you. We went home, I ran upstairs and opened the box carefully in case we had to return it again. I took the red cartridge out, placed it in my Game Boy, and played. 4 hours, I played Pokemon Red until the sun came up the next morning. To this day, Red is my favorite of the Pokemon games, and is a great childhood memory. That makes you a Gen 1er, and no one in the Pokemon community likes you.
Oh no.
As for green, I put it in a drawer and forgot about it until many years later. Good idea, put the curse on your house. It was May of 2007 when I received my copy of Pokemon Pearl for the DS. My dad, knowing how much I loved the series, bought me it. Out of the blue, get it? Because Pokemon, knowing how happy I'm just at it. Thank you so much, I exclaimed. Before my dad could even respond, I ran next door to my friend Billy's house. Is that really the best name?
Really? I mean, who knows? Maybe he's telling the truth. Maybe there was this mystical Pokemon Green version. I mean, he hasn't let us choose.
What? Said Billy. My mom just bought me Pokemon Diamond. Apparently my dad and Billy's mom had planned this for a week. What? I read that wrong. Okay, so anyway, he got Diamond, his friend got Pearl or something.
Okay.
I recalled my first time playing Red, and then I remembered something I hadn't thought about in years. The game that I had played before Red, or at least tried to, Pokemon Green. What about Green? I asked Billy. Did you ever play that one? Billy looked confused. Very funny. Now I was confused. What do you mean, very funny? You and I both know Pokemon Green only came out in Japan. There's totally an English version, I said. He realized now I wasn't joking. He was further confused. What are you talking about? To my understanding, up until this point, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green came out at the same time, in 1998. It soon became overshadowed by Red and Blue. That is why I hadn't heard much about Green since my younger years. That's what I had thought, at least. According to Billy, the biggest Pokemon expert I know, Pokemon Green only came out in Japan. And it was basically what was eventually remade into Pokemon Leaf Green. Determined to prove Billy wrong, I invited him to my house and brought him to my room where I would show him my copy of Pokemon Green. I dug through the drawers of my desk and eventually turned them upside down in my efforts, only to be let down. Where is it? I distinctly remember putting it in my desk drawer when I was young. Is this going to get scary? See? There's no English version of Green with a Scyther. You probably dreamed it up or something. Billy went home, but I kept searching and searching, only to tear my room apart for nothing. Pokemon Green was gone. The following day, I woke up, jumped out of bed, brushed my teeth, and continued downstairs. I almost said jumped out of bread. That would be funnier. There, I found my father with a large breakfast waiting for me, the usual Sunday. We ate and indulged in some small talk about sports and the weather. I decided that maybe I should ask my dad about the game. So I did. That old thing? Oh yeah! I took it from your room soon after I bought you the new one and tried to return it without the package. They tried to lie to me and said they didn't even sell that game. I gave them a what for and stormed out. They could have just told me they needed the box. Anyway, it's on my dresser upstairs. I'll go get it. So you've had this probably cursed... I'm just going to keep reading. As my dad made his way into his room, I thought to myself, Billy said the game didn't exist. And Walmart said that they never carried it in their store. This was beginning to make me feel uneasy. Lo and behold, my father came down the stairs and handed me the game I had been searching for, Pokemon Green. I felt an unnerving but overwhelming need to play the game once more, so I grabbed my old Game Boy from my room and proceeded to play. I would have had Billy dissect the game with me, but he's usually at church with his family around this time. I was alone in my efforts. The game started in the way it normally did, with nothing but continue to choose from. I chose so and found my character in the same room, trapped. This time, being older, I was able to pay attention to more detail. Maybe now I could find a way out. I decided to hit start to see if I had any Pokemon. In my party was a Scyther, not so surprising, at level 25, knowing only the moves Strength, Cut, and Flash. Could a Scyther even learn all of these moves? I ventured to my items, only to find nothing, and my trainer stats had no money, badges, and 0 hours clocked in, which is impossible. If I hadn't already crossed the threshold of weird, I now had. I gave the room a good once floor to see if I could spot anything I missed as a child. To my delight, I did. There was a boulder in the room. As a kid, I probably thought, as a kid, you never thought. You borrowed your friend's copy of Blue, and you somehow played through it. You got through that. You didn't know to press start, to check.
It's fucking... I mean, kids are stupid, so...
Okay, so Scyther moves the boulder, and the text box come up and it says dark. Every time I hit A, it would say dark. What the hell is happening? I thought for a second and remembered that Scyther knew Flash. By the way, all the HM moves are in all capital letters. I used it near the wall where the boulder had been. A path became lit. A seemingly miraculous exit had been found. I grew less unnerved and more excited as I walked this almost endless hallway that was just big enough for my character to squeeze through. I finally came to a literal light at the end of my tunnel, as if I was expecting a cave rather than a house. I walked through, and where did it bring me? I ended up on the side of my house in what looked like Pallet Town. Mind you, my house looked to be the normal size, void of any protruding extensions on the side where the hallway would have been. This was odd, but I just shrugged it off and kept playing, as creepypasta protagonists tend to do. There was also no way to get back in the house, seeing as there were no doors. I walked around a bit and found out that there were no doors on any of the buildings. It was a ghost town, aside from what looked like Professor Oak standing in front of his lab where the door should have been. I tried talking to him, but a textbook came up every time with ... This made me feel on edge, but I marched on. The only logical thing to do was head up to Viridian City, so I started towards the grass. Before I could even touch the grass, Professor Oak came from behind me. What do you think you're doing? It's too dangerous for you and your Pokemon. A battle sequence started. Was I really gonna battle Professor Oak? Sure enough, I was. The sprite for Oak was strange. He was looking down at the ground, and the expression on his face made him look as though he were troubled somehow. Oak had a level 5 Squirtle, and I obviously sent out my level 25 Scyther. But Squirtle's sprite looked the same as Oak, sad and looking down. I beat it quickly, and Oak said, "Don't go." He then sent out, unsurprisingly, a sad level 5 Charmander. I knocked him out as well. Oak restated, "Don't go." He then sent out a level 5 sad Bulbasaur. I finished him off and the battle was over. But not before Oak came on screen one last time to say, "Don't go." Professor Oak stayed near the grass, silent, and I walked off towards Viridian City. Once he was out of sight, a text box popped up with the words, "I beg of you, do not leave. You won't be able to return." Unmoved by Oak's words, but unnerved by the creepiest of what I was now convinced was a hacked game, I pressed on towards Viridian City. Right before I reached my destination, the light illuminating my way disappeared. It became darker and darker until it was pitch black. Just as it became pitch black, I ran into a wild Pokemon. From this point forward, I will refer to this Pokemon simply as the Invisible. It was at level 100 and had no sprite or name. I was unable to fight it because every time I would choose one of Scyther's moves, it would say Scyther is too scared to move. I would run away from the battle and attempt to move, but I would find myself running into the invisible again. Before I could even take one step, I was stuck. This happened about another 5 times before I finally decided to stay still and think, what if I used Flash? I had Scyther use Flash, only to find my path to Viridian City dimly lit with a dark green tint. I continued, and the invisible seemed to have vanished. I finally made it to Viridian City, or at least a dark green, dimly lit version. As soon as I stepped foot into the town, a textbook popped up that said Viridian City. Stay forever and enjoy the gym. What the fuck? Oh, he said the F word! Stay forever,
point, right?
Enjoy the gym. What?
Is he like in high school or something at this point?
I don't know. I tried walking back from where I had come, but there was an invisible wall. I tried to walk forward, only to find another invisible wall at the top of the town. Oak was right. I could not return or leave Viridian City. I calmed down a bit and explored the town. Much like Pallet Town, the buildings had no doors except for the gym. The only person in town was the old man who teaches you how to catch Pokemon. Avoiding the old man, whom I found creepy even in the normal Pokemon games, I tried the gym. It was locked. I walked all around town, and inevitably I had to talk to the old man to progress. Hey, so you want to catch Pokemon, do you? You want to become a Pokemon Master, defeat the powerful trainers of the Pokemon League, and enjoy an endless life of solitude?
I'm sorry, that's not normal.
Enjoy an endless life of solitude? I was given the option of a yes or no, and I chose no. Well then, stay forever and enjoy the gym. What the hell? I can't enjoy a locked gym. I spoke to him again and found the same exact script, only this time I chose yes. Well then, you are on your way to becoming what you've always wanted to be, but first, come with me. I will introduce you to a true Pokemon Master. He walked me to the gym and stood near the entrance. I tried to speak with him again, but it wouldn't work. I guess he wouldn't be introducing me to anyone. I tried the gym once more. This time I could walk there. I was slightly nervous, but only thought to myself, it's only a hacked game made by some mentally unstable Game Freak worker or something. Only part of me believed that, while the rest of me believed this game was more sinister than that. I hoped it wasn't the latter, buddy. It's creepypasta. We both know it's the latter, alright?
Keep going.
I found my character inside darkness. The gym was pitch black. I had Scyther use Flash, and the room became dimly lit, with a dark green tint, as I expected. The gym was nothing like the complicated maze it was in Red.
I just need to pause right here so I can ask a question. Is it a green tint because you're playing on a Game Boy, or is it a green tint because it's supposed to be colored?
I didn't think about that, but yeah, it's probably because he's playing on a Game Boy.
Like, legit question. Is he like, oh no, guys, it had a green tint? You're playing on the Game Boy Classic, right? Every game was in a green tint.
At the tip of the room was what looked like Giovanni. I walked over to him and hit the A button. He said, unfortunately, this is where your Pokemon journey ends. There is nothing beyond this point, and you will remain in this room forever. I'm sorry. What? That's it? It can't be! I walked around the room multiple times and tried leaving, but alas, I could not. I sat there disappointed. As creepy as this game was, I felt a strong need to finish it. After a few moments, I tried speaking to Giovanni again. This time he simply said, I am sorry. Every time I spoke to him, that was all he was said. I am sorry. I tried to talk to him from the side, but it didn't work. Then I tried talking to him from behind. It didn't work either. He turned to me and said, I am sorry. I truly am. A battle sequence started finally. Giovanni has no choice came up as the text box as opposed to Giovanni wants to fight. This was weird. But I brushed it off like every other weird thing in the game. The battle had started. Giovanni sent out is all the text box said, and the Pokemon he sent out was none other than the Invisible at level 100. You remember the Invisible? I once again sent out Scyther against what I could assume was a Pokemon. This time I could actually fight. Every time the Invisible used move, it would say use ... and nothing would happen. Every time it used Strength or Cut, it would miss, and every single time. So the battle was never going to end. Finally, I decided to use Flash. What happened next was quite unexpected. The Invisible became visible. It was none other than another Scyther, but a darker version. Much like the dark green cast over the town. Again, you're playing a Game Boy. The sprite was also strange. I could only describe it as sinister. Evil looking, I guess. We fought. My moves didn't miss this time, but they did little damage to a level 100 Scyther. The dark version of my Pokemon now knew moves of my Pokemon as well, and after using Cut twice, my Pokemon fainted. Giovanni came on screen and said once more, "I'm sorry." I was back at the gym, even though my only Pokemon had fainted. I double-checked, and Scyther did in fact have no health. I walked over to Giovanni and talked to him one last time. This is what he said. "You have to find a way out. He has no control over us. You will be another victim. There is a door." His sentence was cut off by an animation. The animation was of Scyther grabbing Giovanni from behind. I stared at the still image for a while. Giovanni looked so frightened that it made me sick to my stomach. After maybe 3 minutes, the image faded out, and I was back at the gym. The room was the same, but Giovanni was gone. I tried to leave, but as soon as I reached the door, another animation started. It was the same as the last one, but instead of Giovanni and Scyther's grips, it was my Scyther. Nabu was scared. After a few minutes, the animation played out, and my Scyther was cut to pieces. Even in the low quality of the animation, it still produced a great deal of fear into me. The animation ended with an image of my Scyther's head, looking as ever so frightened as it lay there in the darkness. In a text box popped up saying nothing more than, "You failed." The game froze. Disturbed, I slid the cartridge out of my Game Boy and threw it at the wall.
Did you not turn off the Game Boy, my good friend?
No, he didn't. He just took the cartridge out and threw it at the wall.
So that means on his Game Boy is just the image, is that same image of him saying "you failed" in his Scyther's decapitated head.
I ran downstairs and poured myself a glass of water. After calming down, I called Billy and had him come over. I needed someone else to experience this. Needless to say, I was freaked out. Look, we're almost at the end, and I'm getting really.
I think that's the cartridge disappeared.
Billy came over rather quickly. "What is it? What happened to my dear friend?" I explained everything to the best of my ability, and he laughed. "Yeah, right," he said. I told him I would prove it. I ran downstairs, picked the cartridge up off of the floor, and ran downstairs and showed him. He was unimpressed. "How long did it take you to make this?" I was a little angry at this point. "I didn't make it. It's real. Play it. You'll see." I handed him my Game Boy. He put the cartridges. He turned it on, but nothing happened. He took the cartridge on and blew it out, but to no avail. It didn't work anymore. I must have damaged it when I threw it at the wall. Billy laughed again. "You had me going for a second." He then left and went home. Well, I sat there, still taking in what had just happened. Moments before Billy arrived, I thought aloud, Giovanni said there was a door. Maybe I should have looked for something instead of trying to leave. Really, my thoughts were pointless because to this day I can't get the cartridge to work. I wish I'd looked for the door and avoided seeing that animation. In a way, it traumatized me, and I haven't been the same since. As you can see, I still have the cartridge, and I scanned it using my printer. So you can see a close-up photo of what it was like. I know it is a little blurry, because it's bad Photoshop, but it's the best I could do. This game is 100% real.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to give that one a 2 out of 10.
I'm one up you. 1 out of 10.
It passed time. Alright, let me find a short one.
I enjoyed that. We're also nearing. We also just passed an hour 30 minutes.
Okay. Oh, this one has Arabic writing.
Oh, goody. That's how you know it's special, Chase.
People on the bottom says this is the worst Pokemon creepypasta I've ever read.
Oh boy! You know that means we have to read it now.
Okay, we can't read Arabic, so thankfully the person has Google translated it.
Ah, nice. So what's it called?
Pokemon Zikan.
Zikan? Zikan. Z-Con. It's literally just the letter Z followed by con. Okay, here we go.
I have always read about people fighting games or some weird glitch happening that mentally or physically scared some random kid for life. I'm sure you meant scarred, but you spelled it as scared. So, however, I always thought that they were just stories, that they were all just made up. Little did I know that I would be writing one of my own someday. Yeah. I guess I should start from the very beginning, shall I? I guess this all really started about 2 years ago when I first met him. We didn't really speak much until we both had a mutual friend. However, the way I acted was like I'd known him for years. I don't know if it was just him being manipulative or if it was just something about him that I would have done anything for him. I guess I kind of did. It was getting towards the end of our high school years and he was getting really behind in his coursework. I couldn't just sit there and watch one of my best mates fail because we had an incompetent teacher. It sounds like it's his fault, not the teacher's.
Yeah.
So I did what any good friend would do. I stayed behind for 2 to 3 hours every day. I stayed back 2 to 3 hours on top of the hour and a half bus ride I had on top of that. We were inseparable until the end of school. It was then when things went a little bit weird. Okay, are we going to get to the Pokemon?
Yeah.
He began to call me out. It wasn't unusual, as we did used to meet up a bit outside of school, but after a while he stopped showing up. Now usually I would think the worst because of my paranoid nature, but he kept on calling me to help keep those thoughts at bay. But stupidly I obeyed and ended up being left to walk 10 miles home. I told him I was sick of him. Nobody had done as much as I should be treated like that. This is where things went from weird to creepy. Oh, how I wish I had realized sooner. The next bit I'm not too proud of, but I was sick of people always walking all over me. I started to spread rumors about him. You're a bitch. Sending malicious text messages and emails. After about a month, everyone had heard about him. All his friends had heard their own deep, dark secrets from someone else. What do you mean their own... I don't know where this story is going. Alright. Which I had cleverly woven back to him. Even his family was paying the price, as I'd, through the actions of his brother, persuaded them that he was in fact gay. Him being of the Muslim faith, they didn't take that very well. What does this have to do with Pokemon?
Yeah, I am very confused. Is it just using the Pokemon name so it could get views?
However, this turned out to be true, so I guess it wasn't all bad. Oh, so he's actually gay, but his Muslim family doesn't like him. Alright, you're still a piece of shit for spreading rumors.
I'm still very confused.
And I still have no idea what the heck's going on here.
Yeah.
I can safely say I completely ruined him. After that, I never heard from him again. I think on some level he knew it was me who spread those rumors, but I guess I'll never know. Oh, sorry, no, I skipped some parts. But on top of all that, I completely ruined any chance of him making any new friends because of the last rumor, that secret, which had nothing to do with me, came out that he tried to kiss me. At this point in time, I thought okay, whatever. He's spreading rumors, he's gay, I don't know what's going on. After about 2 months had passed since then, and I'd completely forgotten about him and what happened. I wouldn't have connected it, but it was now that I received a message from him. It was through Facebook, so I completely ignored the content and sent a message back. Basically, the message basically said that he should fuck off and leave me alone, like I told him to. Him being the annoyed type, I was expecting a message back, but after 2 whole days and no reply, I decided to go and check out what it was that broke our silence. The message, nothing but a URL, not even a title. I was about to click delete when I noticed the URL led where the URL led to. He used the wrong version of 2, by the way. It was a URL to my own site. What site? A URL from part of the site I was not aware existed. Go check that URL, leads to nowhere. Buddy, what? This is the first we're hearing of your website.
What website?
Exactly, he said it leads to my website.
Do you mean like his Facebook page?
I don't know, like, the guy could barely use Microsoft Word, so there was no way he could hack a file into my server. So
I think it's a website he must have made.
So how is it that when I clicked on it, something happened? The screen went white. The page was blank. I was expecting to get a 404 error and be done with it. But boy, was I shocked to find that a download started. It was a DS-ROM.
Okay, now we're getting to the Pokemon. Something is finally happening.
By now I was thinking of the most obvious reasons of how this was happening. You want to share with the class? The most reasonable thing I could think... By the way, all the grammar errors, that's the story, that's not me. I know I'm bad at reading things out loud, but that's not me, that's the story. Anyway. The most reasonable thing I could think of was that he had befriended someone with extraordinary hacking skills and asked them to do a favor. Sound familiar? What do you mean, sound familiar? I set the download to start, and I downloaded fairly quickly when it compared to the normal speed of my server. Once it had finished, I plugged in my micro SD card into my adapter and set it to copy so I could see what it was. I booted up my flash card and started the game. Again, we had no idea you had a flash card until now.
Yeah, there's lots of information that has been skipped over here.
Guess what I found? The name of the icon said that it was Pokemon Black, and in English. I'm assuming this is before Gen 5 came out in English.
I assume this might be translation error, since apparently the story's supposed to be in Arabic.
No. There's Arabic text later on in the story.
Oh.
Like, to be ominous.
So, like, this part is in English?
No, the whole creepypasta is in English so far.
Oh, goody.
I think... Let's just keep going. Either way, I had an English version of Pokemon Black early. I booted up the game and got a black screen. Nothing unusual, just an anti-piracy feature, I thought. I was a little disappointed that Nintendo hadn't been a little more creative like that Zelda Spirit Tracks game. I booted the game down and went to Google an anti-piracy patch for the game, and I literally jumped when the sound of the bells from the Heart Gold Soul Silver intro chimed. Not intro, into. I-N-T-O-E. I swiftly ran across the room to grab my DS. I immediately saw that it wasn't Pokemon Black. The screen had gone from being completely black to a big white box in the middle. The box had the word START written in big black block letters right in the middle of the box. It was obvious that the game wanted me to do so why not? My jaw immediately hit the floor as my name flashed upon the screen. He must have met a really dedicated ROM hacker if he could make something as advanced as this.
Or, and I'm just spitballing here, maybe he did what 1,000 other DS games do, and just picked your name from the console. Because that's what a lot of them do already. Phantom Hourglass does so.
Long. I want to get dinner soon.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to distract yourself from this or not?
Yeah, distract me from this.
After a good few minutes of staring at my own name, I came to the conclusion that I had to do something to make it progress. No shit. I pressed A, but nothing happened. Mashing the other buttons, I found out that the game progresses using only the B button. The game continued, and text started to scroll up the touchscry. It wasn't much, but it sent chills down my spine. It read, "David, I know that you were annoyed at what happened to you, and that the main culprit was me, but what you did to me was unacceptable." You know, I probably shouldn't give a gay character this voice. That's really offensive. I'm sorry.
I'm very confused, though.
I think this is the gay person. I know that it looked like I was messing with you, but that was no excuse for someone to do what you did. And I hope for this you will pay, because you went too far. Too far, David. I'm assuming his name is David. An animation sequence started then. The camera was panning from left to right over the screen, showing a messy bedroom. In the average bedroom of any teenage boy. A strange sensation of déjà vu, I've just been in this place before, struck me as the camera stepped in the middle of the room. Not stopped, stepped. A silhouette appeared in the middle of the screen. Once again, my eyes almost lurched out of my head when I saw who it was. It was a trainer sprite of him. The detail was amazing. It looked exactly like him, from the odd-shaped head to the exact same thing you wore the last time I saw him. Okay, we didn't know his head was odd-shaped. The only fault I could see was that the picture seemed to be discolored slightly. Just below his right eye, running down his cheek, it looked like he was bleeding. Bleeding from the eyes.
Oh boy.
Next thing I knew was that the sprite began to shrink, like it does in all Pokemon games, and became an overworld sprite. Was this going to be like any other game? Buddy, clearly it isn't. Unfortunately, the answer was no. You remember B-Hell? That was fun.
Oh, B-Hell.
I'm gonna send...
We're gonna run out. Take you down.
The story was written by someone who... Okay.
I remember B-Hell.
As the spirit, not sprite, spirit, continued in plan view of the previous image, I mashed at the D-pad. But the small bundle of pixels ignored my commands, so I just sat there wondering what could happen next. A loud beeping noise was the next thing to play with my heightened tension. It was strange, as I don't remember having my volume on. But I was... How did you hear the chime of the bells from earlier if you didn't have the volume on?
Yeah, hold on a minute.
I was too scared to notice this. The sprite made a small, shuffling animation, and it had a small object in its hand. A text box popped up. It read, "I'm here now. I swear, if you leave me standing here on my own again, I won't be responsible for what I might do." My heart sank as I reached for my phone. I opened my sent box, and there it was. In plain black and white were those exact words that I had sent him. I don't get it. The text box disappeared without me having to press anything, so I quickly dropped my phone and paid attention to the game. A large sprite dominated the screen. It was a mugshot sprite, just like the ones that are used for the Sea Gear in the game. Sea Gear's Gen 5!
Yeah, I'm very...
Is this a ROM hack of Gen 5 or Gen 4?
Because at first it was a Gen 5.
And then he said the Heart Gold Soul Silver intro played, so it's like, okay.
He said the bells from Heart Gold Soul Silver played.
Slowly, the expression contorted into an expression full of worry and guilt. Slowly, the screen faded to black. Slowly, I lose more and more respect for the person who wrote this creepypasta. A weird white mist was hovering around the edge of the screen and was making it harder to see. A text box appeared just above this white smoke. It read, "Several hours before." Hey folks, viewer mail time. I would love it if you... We were now in a hallway. It was small, and it wasn't very cluttered like the last one. The same sprite came running up from... I have no idea what's going on.
Same.
And came to a sudden halt at what looked like a door. A new sprite text box appeared, but this one had something completely different in it. It said something in Arabic. This roughly translated to, "I'm going out now, Mom." I immediately pulled out my phone and began taking pictures of the text. I sent them to a friend who knew Arabic. If it was what I thought it was. However, while I was concentrating on the picture quality, I seemed to have missed something, and next time I looked at the screen, there was another sprite on the screen. Yet another text box sprite appeared this time from the other sprite. This time it read, "Oh no, you're not. You've got work to do." From this point onwards, my camera flash could have given me a seizure because the next thing that happened on the screen happened so fast I could barely keep up. Some more Arabic. "I'm sick of you ordering me around." Arabic. "What did you just say to me?" Arabic. I said, "I'm sick of doing all your work all the time." Everything stopped. The flow of text seemed to cease. The fog around the screen seemed to pull back slightly in shock. The sprites seemed to stop breathing, even though they weren't breathing or moving in the first place. The other mother sprite seemed to shuffle slightly, only a pixel on each. What other mother sprite? There was no
Is this a Coraline fanfiction now?
A Pokeball appeared next to it. There we go. We're actually getting Pokemon stuff.
Oh, goody.
I know I shouldn't be shocked by this, but this didn't seem in place in this game. What? Pokemon didn't seem in place in the Pokemon game? Really? The Pokeball opened, revealing a Clefable next to her.
That wasn't in Gen 5.
The sprite stepped... Well, I mean, you could transfer... Actually, yeah, Clefable was in Gen 5. You can catch it in Black 2 and White 2.
Yeah, but this was he said it was a Pokemon Black.
You know, whatever.
This is supposed to be before Pokemon Black was also released.
His sprite stepped back in shock. Wait, how does he know what the sea gear is like if Pokemon Black and White haven't come out? Anyway,
very confused
this
here.
Pokeball opened to release a Hitmonchan. The screen distorted as it changed to the battle screen, but there weren't any Pokemon trainers, nor were there any introductions text. All it said was, "Clefable used Double Slap." Next, the animation played, and Hitmonchan's health decreased. Now came something I've never seen before. The trainer's back sprite... How's the chat going?
No, it's just... I think it's just the one window we have open watching it ourselves.
The trainer's back sprite appeared and the camera spun around. The camera was now behind Clefable. The camera zoomed in into the trainer's sprite and his eyes seemed to sink into the back of his head, leaving behind only two anger-filled red pupils. So I guess Clefable slapped a bitch. The camera shot back to normal view behind Clefable as Hitmonchan shook rapidly from side to side, side to side.
Pooh is level 77. You're level 85.
Oh god. Okay. Once Pooh gets to level 80, let's just see where we're at. Or if you want to stop, I don't know.
Let's keep going.
The screen went black. No overworld, just black. A loud beeping... Oh, sorry, I skipped somebody. You really care. And a loud beeping noise was the next thing to escape from the game. Then the whole screen turned white. A block of text began to appear on screen. "Just don't speak anymore. Don't text. Don't call. Don't inbox. I'm sick of it. After everything I did for you, this is how it ends." The game went deathly silent. The white text screen faded away, revealing the bedroom that I'd previously seen. Only this time it was dark, almost monochrome. But except for the untouched sprite of the creator... What creator? Another box appeared. What have I done? Why have I done this? Why? I've messed up beyond repair. Nothing left for me. Only one thing to do now.
One thing gonna kill himself.
You only barely escaped from. It's going to get me. My face froze. My hands constructed my DS stretch marks across it. The sprite. What? My DS stress marks stretched across it. The sprite walked across the room and stepped at a rough Pokeball. Found a rope. You mean escape rope? My face froze. My hand constricted my DS stress mark. Okay, that again. My cheeks started... I now had tears. Crying. Now my streaks begging that he had made a slight error when he was typing. But as much as I pleaded when the game, I didn't get what I hoped for. The next box read, "Used rope." An image of his chest appeared on top of the overworld and slowly slid across the screen. He reached the edge of the screen and with a sharp snap, the sprite was shut down, revealing a rope tightly around his neck. The blood slowly trickled down his chin and soaked the rope as it became a deep red. The screen faded to black. I closed the lid on my screen and I walked out the room. The story you have read, it was a true story. I have been contacted by his older brother. He informed me a suicide note was found. I've invited to go to his funeral. Okay, this was terrible.
I'm so very confused.
There was barely any Pokemon in that Pokemon creepypasta.
And what's with the name Zekon? Is that supposed to mean something?
Alright, so...
There's a lot that was never explained.
Okay, so I'm hoping this third one is actually good. It's called My Pokemon Gold is Glitching.
Huh.
Please be good. I'm an avid Pokemon fan, so when I finally got my hands on Pokemon Gold version, I was thrilled. I noticed, though, that since it was an old hand-me-down, that the battery inside had drained, and I couldn't save the game anymore. But I couldn't wait to try it, and started a new game anyway. I played the remakes, and I had to see what the original was like. The graphics were great compared to Blue version, and I was really happy and just filled with excitement. I picked a Cyndaquil that I nicknamed Thorn, don't ask me why though, and I loved him to pieces. I named my rival Ben, just as I always do, yes, as we know. This protagonist always names his rival Ben, you gotta know that. Yes, because naming characters Ben in a creepypasta is always a good idea.
Yeah, we all remember what happened in Noah's Mask.
And I defeated him in our first battle with ease, crediting it to my partner more than my battle skills. Everything was going great. Which, of course, means it's not going to go great, because this is a fucking creepypasta. I love this game, and I loved all my Pokemon, but in the back of my mind, I still remember that I couldn't save my game. I hated the idea of losing my team, after all we had been through together, and what I had accomplished. I had a female Flaffy named Cotton, a male Pidgeotto named Ace, a male Ghastly named Spooky, and a female Sentret named Madison. When the inevitable happened and the little light on my Game Boy Color began flickering red, I took a deep breath. You know, you could have just played the game on an emulator. Like, I know...
Yeah, I know.
You have the cartridge.
So at this point, you say, like, well, I legally own the game, and so I can emulate if I want.
Anyway.
Why didn't you emulate?
I gave all of my Pokemon a goodbye with tears in my eyes. I looked at my partner the longest. A strong... You say you have Heart Gold. Why don't you just replay Heart Gold and use this team?
Or, like, I'm just gonna stepball. There might be another Game Boy and a link cable, and you could save them.
Or you could charge your Game Boy.
That too. You could do that.
Why did you decide to play if you know you can't save it or whatever?
Yeah.
A strong young Quilava and shedded a tear in the moment. I get attached to my... Oh, yeah, we can tell. Thorn, I'm sorry I did this. I should have waited to fix the cartridge before all of this happened. Forgive me. I'm never gonna dance again. The way I danced with you. Dun, 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 dun.
What the fuck?
No, I tried
When did dancing become part of the story?
I was trying to make a reference to Careless Whisper in there.
Wait, but
I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced.
Oh, is that... So it's not the creepypasta?
No, I tried to make that up to be funny, and you completely bought into it as part of the story.
Well, I've never... I didn't realize that.
I shed a little tear, knowing all of the tough... This is like the 5th tear you've shed. All of the tough battles and happy moments had gone to waste, and turned off the game. You were like an hour into the game. That night, I went to bed as normal after the incident. Turning off my lamp, I hopped into my warm, soft bed and closed my eyes. Wait, something was wrong. I tossed and turned, fidgeted, repositioning my pillow and shut my eyes tight. Nothing. I couldn't sleep. But why?
Probably because you're not comfortable, you little asshat.
Something just wasn't right. The feeling of my normally relaxing room, it was gone. An odd air hung silently.
We have someone else in the chat, and it's like, bro moment. This is definitely a bro moment. We're just reading horrible creepypastas. Go on, Chase.
By the way, this is not the troll pasta wiki. This is the actual, real creepypasta wiki. These are all, like, these haven't been deleted yet.
Meaning that these are supposed to be...
Yeah, these are supposed to be scary. After Pokemon Zekon or whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, Zekon.
That has to be one of the worst things I've ever read. Anyway. I sat up in the darkness and saw a very small, very faint flickering red light in the corner of my eye. So I pushed back my blankets and, forgetting the lamp, began to shuffle across my floor. But I stopped. A squirming in my gut told me not to move another inch. Something was really wrong here. Chills ran down my spine like ice. And that was when I heard it, a distorted Pokemon cry, sounding like it was coming from my poor TV. I rubbed my eyes and looked, panicking around my dark room. The red light was gone. I decided I had been sleepwalking to find my bed again. And then I heard it again, this time lower pitch, closer. I sat upright. I was wide. Who's there? No answer until you left. A shaking, barely audible voice like rustling leaves. You abandoned me. I gasped in fear. Heart thud. I swear to God, if the Quilava comes and yells at him.
The Quilava, that was a cynical.
No, it evolved, remember?
Oh.
And he said, "Goodbye, friend," and he cried 5 tears.
Alright.
I grasped in fear, heart thudding against my chest. I could see nothing. Nothing except that little red light again. This little light of mine, I gotta make it shine. Let it shine. I realized it was a reflection off my mirror, and I found the source. My bedside table. I had put my Game Boy on it. Picking it up weakly, I looked at the dim, flickering light. The screen was too flickered. This wasn't right. The Game Boy Color had no light to its screen, just pixels. But it lit briefly, a pale blue, and went blank once more. I stared numbly at it, while my heart continued to hammer. The voice returned, a little clearer than before, but still faint. "It's okay. I forgive you, partner." It seemed to come from everywhere at once, the hair on the nape of my neck. Sweetheart, don't tell me about the nape of your neck. I don't want to hear about that.
This isn't Attack on Titan. We don't want to know about
Stood on end. And suddenly I saw a pair of cloudy, pale blue eyes directly in front of mine. They had no pupils, no shine, they were just dull. I screamed, scooting backwards against my headboard in fear. "I forgive, and now can be together," it said, as an icy sensation swept over me. I could barely breathe. A pain flared somewhere inside my chest as those dead eyes stared into my soul. Is the Quilava killing him?
What the fuck?
Did the Quilava come out of the game and murder him? Is that what's going on here? Blackness crept into the edges of my vision. Oh my God, that's what's going on.
Why?
As the last of my consciousness drifted out of my reach, that morbid, static voice rang into my ears. "I will be with you now, with you forever." When I finally woke up, I was in my pajamas, my bed sheets twisted up around my soaked body. Ew. He wet his bed.
Yeah.
I looked around my room in silent dread for those haunting eyes, but they were nowhere to be seen. "Hey, I know it's a Saturday, but are you going to wake up at all?" came my brother's voice from the hallway. I sighed, my shaking hands unfurled the blanket. Unfurled. The blanket? Okay. It was all just a dream. Still, I couldn't think about what happens to Pokemon after you erase the game file. I still feel sorry about it. I hopped out of my bed and made for the hallway, smiling at my own fear. What the fuck does that mean?
I think it's supposed to be like a comment about like how he's over his fear and he's like, yeah, it was nothing.
In the corner of my eye, I saw it, my Quilava, in my mirror. He smiled his cold, dead smile, and when I looked back, he was gone. "I'm gonna be with you forever."
That's not creepy at all.
And the comments say, "I will give you a 10 out of 10. This is legitimately scary."
No, it's not.
It's better than Pokemon Zakan, so...
Yeah, like, that's hard to do. Zakan was barely a Pokemon ROM hack. Was barely a Pokemon related. Okay?
Alright, let's see. Let's try Trick House, Madhouse.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. It's in character as May, and I don't want to read a female voice. So,
so it's basically fan fiction.
Yes.
Okay.
Edgy fan fiction.
Okay.
Because it's a creepypasta. Alright, this one's called Jessica. It's about Pokemon Yellow, I guess.
Oh no, I know this one.
Oh, it's really long. I don't want to read it.
Yeah, no. There's an amazing guy on YouTube that I used to watch all the time that did a reading of that one. It was alright.
Alright, so we're gonna try Heal Bell.
What's that one?
Let's see here. It's after the 4th generation. Oh, okay, here we go. After Gen 4 of Pokemon disappointed him so much, my brother tossed me all of his Pokemon stuff in disgust. Wow. Gen 4 was not that bad.
I thought Gen 4 was supposed to be the best generation.
This guy's probably a Gen 1er. He's like, they made a Lickitung evolve and he's fat now. I don't like it.
I don't get it.
Alright. Anyway. I received hundreds of cards to add to my collection. The Blastoise plush he won at a theme park 9 years ago, and the Diamond game that completely swept away his love for Pokemon and all things associated with it. Wow. Again, Gen 4 isn't that bad. It's better than Gen 1.
I thought it was the best with how many people wanted Gen 4 remake.
Platinum's probably the better than Diamond.
I mean, okay, yeah, no, it's fucking obvious. But I mean, like, just Gen 4 in general.
The Pokemon-loving chapter of his life came to a sad close when mine just gained something to continue on. Admittedly, the game that had come out for the DS disappointed me as well. There was just something about it that really made the magic the games normally had fade away a little. As a person who grew up with the originals, yep,
they're Gen 1ers.
This story's about the Gen
1. Now I just feel completely disengaged.
I just didn't feel like it was my Pokemon anymore, yeah?
Yeah, because you're a Gen 1-ing piece of shit.
Regardless, I wasn't going to turn my back on something that accompanied me through my childhood, simply because the game made me sad. In fact, I wanted Diamond. Dialga looked so much cooler than Palkia, and I rather enjoyed the thought of finally getting to be the one to catch it this time, instead of having to hack one in or trade it. Before I continue, I must tell you that this story doesn't involve Dialga at all. I just like it and originally wanted what? But I had to settle for Pearl because my brother got to it first. This does start off with a legendary Pokemon, however. I'm certain that if I had used any other, the outcome would have been the same. This happening seemed to be meant for me. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't have happened at all. Which, I would have been completely fine. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, buddy.
Yeah, I'm confused too.
Your opinion doesn't matter, you're a Gen 1-er. I started up his saved game just to see what all he had. His save information was that he had all the Pokemon in his decks. Even the ones that had yet to be released through... Okay, you get what you deserve. You used an action replay. Which reminded me that he really enjoyed using action replay codes to enhance his gaming experience.
Maybe he ruined his love for Pokemon by cheating! You Gen 1-ing piece of shit!
I can't play the game anymore. It's bricked. LOL. Have fun.
Or just tearing apart this creepypasta.
That was probably the only thing that caused him to keep the game for as long as he did. But even cheating gets old after a while. After studying his game, I checked his party. His entire team was 6 shiny level 100 Rayquaza. Wow.
He's a Gen 1-er and he's using Rayquaza.
Would have expected like them all being Mewtwo or something, but okay.
Yeah, or, you know, some variation. Rayquaza here, some Mewtwo over there.
Like all the other Pokemon he owned, he caught them using the lengthy encounter any Pokemon code.
That's
where you had to discard heart scales to indicate which Pokemon you wanted to catch at level 100. When the Pokemon encountered with this code were almost as weak as if you gotten them...
I don't remember you have to use heart scales for that glitch. I mean, for that cheat.
While the Pokemon encountered with this code were almost as weak as if you had given them a large number of... Okay, they weren't EV trained, is what he's saying. I still lost to them a lot. He had used this code myself. Oh, I had used this code myself throughout my first playthrough of Pearl, and I had traded all these across the net to increase my chances at winning the lottery. Or at least that's what I did before a friend scolded me, and I was more or less forced to start over Cheat 3. Well, he needed no Pokemon to complete his Pokédex, and he didn't need to win with any extra items. Trading was just a fun experience for me to see where they came from. So I went to Jubilife City in the GTS to see what I could get for one of these Rayquazas. And I know I could have traded... Okay, typically the game won't let you trade hacked Pokemon, so I don't know how you're doing this.
It's a flaw in the writing. I can't even make fun of this. That's just...
I had a grudge against these Rayquaza for beating me so much when I was a kid. Wow. Holding a grudge against a pixelated black dragon. You sure are a cool protagonist.
I mean, in all fairness, didn't you hold a grudge against Ike for a while in Smash Bros?
Yeah, but I was... Okay. Anyway, once on Trading Network, I offered one up for a Bronzong that I had picked up random out of the first list. Of course, I couldn't choose a gender yet, because Bronzong doesn't have gender.
It's a fucking Steel type, you moronic piece of shit.
Steelix has gender, it's a Steel type.
Well, that's because it evolves from Onyx.
But I chose the required level to be 100, just to make it more or less an even trade. After that, I left for a little while. After doing nothing of particular interest for about 6 hours, I came back to see if any takers for the trade. Then I found out Nintendo ended their Wi-Fi service for the DS. The end. Oh, I wish it could have ended that.
our own little ending. The DS.
You know how the process goes. I want to explain the actions on the screen to you. Long story short, I got a shiny Bronzong named Heelbell. Oh, Hellbell. Well, this story's called Hellbell, not Heelbell. Oh, it's way more edgy than I thought it was.
I was like, are they gonna get a Heelbell and it's gonna do some weird effect? But no, it apparently just
Hellbell. Oh, this is.
Oh my goodness, this creepypasta just got ruined for us now.
I was shocked to get a shiny in return. I never got a shiny when I traded in Pearl, but the name was unsettling to me. Being a religious person, I'm not comfortable speaking about anything pertaining to hell or anything like that.
What are you fucking talking about? A lot of the Bible talks about hell.
Even writing this makes me feel like I'm provoking a similar event to happen again.
No.
Let's just hope this functions as a learning experience for you and not someone else like me. After leaving, I checked his stats. All of his stats were 666.
Oh my goodness, please.
His trainer name was Satan.
Why the fuck?
And it was caught at Lost Tower, but in a chair. I'm not reading the rest of this. This is.
Yeah, it just got that cliche. You're just like, fuck this shit.
Fuck you. Fuck you, creepypasta writer. I'm done.
What was their name? We forgot to give credit.
I don't want to point them out. You know, I'm going to read a creepypasta that I know is shitty, but it's funny, so...
What is it?
It's called Alex Melee.
I've never heard of that one.
It's about Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Oh! What would make me guess that? Does it have something to do with the fact that it has Melee in the title? Fuck, dude.
So, this was actually... I found out about this creepypasta from a guy that used to read shitty creepypastas. He doesn't do it anymore, but anyway... It was a normal day for Alex. He was surfing the web for some old game systems on eBay when he saw an ad. It said, free Nintendo GameCube, free shipping with 5 free popular GameCube titles. Just click here. He clicked on the ad and typed in the information they told him to provide. After he confirmed everything, a text popped up saying, thank you for your time. The package will arrive in 3 to 5 business days. Alex waited as the days flew by, and the day finally came. He ran out the door for the mail, picked up his package. When he ran inside, he yelled, it is here! It is finally here! He ran up to his room and was so excited he didn't know what he'd do. His brother Bill asked him what was in the mail, and Alex replied, a GameCube I got for free online. Sweet, can I play it with you? Bill asked. Sure, Alex replied, and they ran down the stairs to plug in the GameCube, not caring if there were any games in the box. After they got hooked up and everything, Bill asked what games came with it. Alex forgot and ran upstairs yelling, hang on, let me check. When he got to his room, all that was left in the box was a memory card. He was confused that it said it was coming with 5 popular GameCube titles. Alex went back downstairs in disappointment. Bill asked, what games did it come with? None, but there was a memory card, Alex replied. What's on the memory card? Bill asked. Let's find out, Alex replied, quickly putting the memory card in and turning on the GameCube. Instead of it booting up like it normally did back in the past, what are you talking about? You just got this.
I mean, maybe it's supposed to be like nostalgia, like...
It booted up with the GameCube logo backwards, and the start of the system screen music was reversed. He thought it was a little weird, but paid no attention. He checked the memory card, and there were 5 saved files. There was something strange about each one. The first save file was a save file for Sonic Adventure DX, but it was named Bill's Adventure, and it had Bill's face as an icon. The second
Who's Bill?
His brother.
Oh.
I think. The second save file was a save icon from Sonic Adventure 2, but renamed Jessie Adventure 2, and had their mom's face on it as the icon. The third save file was from... Wait, how do you know if this is for the game if they have your family's faces on them? Whatever. The third save file was from Super Mario Sunshine, but it was named Super Bob Bloodshine. And it had their dad's face on it.
Bloodshine?
Yeah. Look, this is a bad story.
I know, but Bloodshine...
The fourth save file was from Super Smash Bros. Melee, but it was renamed to Alex Melee, and it had Alex's face as the icon. The final save file was from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, but was renamed Zelda the Bloody Waker, with Dark Link's face as the icon. Alex and Bill were both surprised at what they saw on the memory card, and decided that it was just a joke.
I have a question. What was the information you had to file in?
Probably his family's name,
And the games he probably wanted to come with it.
Alex and Bill were both surprised at what they saw on the memory card and decided they were just pranks trying to scare them. So they decided to go to the GameStop and buy 2 games that had the names of their save file. Bill got Sonic Adventure DX, and Alex got Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Huh,
they were lucky since most GameStops didn't sell them anymore. After they got home, they popped Sonic Adventure into the system, but the strange thing about it was that instead of saying Sonic Adventure DX, the screen read Bill Adventure DX. Since it was about Bill, he played first. He began playing, and instead of Sonic appearing, it was him. He couldn't believe it. It was actually him. He could do all of Sonic's moves, but it looked weird when he was doing the spin dash and homing attack. He reached the first boss, Chaos Zero, but instead, dropping from the sky was their mom, and when the text showed up on screen, Jesse appeared instead of Chaos Zero. After he beat the boss, the cutscene played, except instead of Jesse jumping into the sewer, it showed Bill brutally killing his mom. The camera zoomed out on what used to be Robotnik Eggman showing Bob, their dad, saying, "I've got to get out of here," and running off. After the screen faded, the text showed up on the screen saying, "Bob is next." Bill quickly turned the game off. "What was that about?" Alex asked. "I don't know. Let's play Melee," Bill said. "Okay," said Alex, opening the Super Smash Bros. Melee case. When they started to play, it ran as normal as could be, but all of a sudden it changed. Yeah, that's how it works. The title read Alex Melee. They knew something was up with the GameCube, but they didn't care.
No.
They wanted to see how it was, so they played it anyway. When Bill pressed start to join, it automatically made his character Bill. They were both surprised the system knew who they were. So they began to play, but really strange things happened. The enemies were all things that they hated. He thought it was cool that he could beat up everything and everyone that he hated, but what really confused him was when they got to Master Hand. And the text on the screen appeared saying, "Oh no, they found me," showing that their boss was their dad, referring to what happened in Bill Adventure. After they beat the boss, it ended with Bill violently ripping his dad's head off and throwing it at the screen with a horrible This is Smash Melee, not Mortal Kombat. It was so loud it made the glass burst and the power went out. The TV turned on with text on the screen. "You did it! You beat our game!" "What game?" Bill shouted, and the text on the screen replied, "You'll soon find out." A horrible scream came from the TV, and the power came back on. It was nighttime. "I'm off to bed. You should be too," Bill said. Alex shook his head in agreement. When they got up the next morning in the car, was in front yard, meaning that Mom and Dad were home. They ran downstairs, but instead of a nice hello, it was a sad goodbye. In front of them were the remains of their parents. Jesse's back all broken up and face mashed, and Bill's head on the table. It was a bloody mess. On the TV screen, the text read, "Thank you for playing." From that day on, Alex or Bill never played the GameCube again. Written by Meloetta Jones 123.
I have a question. How do you know it was the GameCube, not the memory card's fault?
Look, it's all shit.
I know, I just can't help but just find something to criticize.
Alright, Troll Pasta Wiki, here we go. Oh, the Troll Pasta Wiki's closed, no! Rep. Just gonna read Sonic.exe.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna switch. You hand me the tablet, I'll find creepypastas. You match the A button, buddy.
Okay, what time is it? 5:30. At 6, I want to go get dinner, so...
Okay, I'm just going to Pokemon creepypastas again.
That's fine with me. I need the... I'm not going to be talking, because I might...
Every Pokemon creepypasta wiki. Okay, let's see. Lavender Town, Lost Silver, Ash's Coma, Glitchy Red, Hypno's Lullaby, Buried Alive Model, Pokemon Black.
Level 87? Is that the bite of 87?
Battery Ditto, Blue's Tears. I'm just keep reading one off, then you say which one sounds interesting, okay? Or some in the comments, I don't know. Buried Alive Model. Call of Charon, Charon. Colorblind. Come Follow Me. Creepy. Spelled creep, or is it creepy? It's one word. But
read that one.
Okay.
That sounds like it could be stupid.
So what is this? I was always the kind of person to stubbornly reject new generations at first. After the second generation, and after Gen 5, it was no different, though I played... Wait, okay, I read that wrong. I was always the kind of person to stubbornly reject new generations at the time after the second generation.
Oh boy, another
And Generation 5 was no different. No, it's a Gen 2-er.
Oh.
Though I played through the game and enjoyed my experience and the graphics, the Pokemon were all but appealing to me. I finally grew accustomed to my superior, but still wanted to find other companions that I actually liked. For a while, I had been hoarding gold nuggets among other rarities to sell for money and participation for EV training that special Pokemon like a proper trainer would. It was not until that peculiar day in the depths of Relic Castle that I found that special Pokemon.
You found a
I
shiny
was originally there for the
Master.
storyline, and as usual, killing off the Team Plasma grunts with
You don't kill them! What kind of version of Gen 5 are you playing?
their Dark-type Pokemon were no match for my Minchao. Okay, that one. Now, typically, when I'm doing such a thing...
Sorry to interrupt, but there was an interview about how they came up with Minchao, and basically, they wanted a fighting type that wasn't humanoid, they wanted it based on an animal.
Okay.
Because usually fighting types are based on, like, martial artists or something. Like,
okay.
Especially in Gen 5, because, throw...
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, sorry.
Throw. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so yeah. I will use repels to ward off pesky wild Pokemon. That was the case this time as well. For a while. My last repel quickly wore off, and with a groan of frustration I had to press on. My first encounter happened in a very few steps. Great. I entered the battle with my superior, hoping to get over quick. When a shocking sight beheld my eyes. A shiny Cofagrigus.
Oh,
I had
boy.
never seen a normal one, let alone a shiny Cofagrigus, and I instantly knew it was something I wanted. I have been so drawn to creepy things for as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Stories, characters, monsters.
Yep.
So this was perfect. My excitement, even if I had known, I still would have overlooked the peculiarities of this particular Cofagrigus. Like how its sprite showed it gaping open on occasion. It was difficult, but I carefully pounded down its health to a reasonable level, and crossed my fingers, I sent out a Pokeball. Success on my first try. Laughing myself, I jokingly named it Creepy, after a typo that my friend had made for some reason. I found hilarious. Overjoyed, I immediately admired my catch in my party. I left a spot blank in the beginning in hopes that I would find a Pokemon this generation I adored. And it was finally filled. Although I was itching to give Creepy a try, I realized that he might not be the best choice against the opponents I was about to face. Shrugging it off, I intending to trade.
You're level 83.
I took a step forward. A message popped up instantaneously. I read it, extremely curious. Creepy is hungry. Feed it a gold nugget? Weird. While I would have been interested to see the outcome, I still wanted to save as many as I could for cash for vitamins. So I selected
give him
no
the
and continued. Not long after that, I fought another grunt. I sighed heavily at first.
He's gonna eat your other Pokemon if you don't give him the nugget. Give him the nugget.
Remember, I had forgotten to switch my Minchao.
Dude, they're running away from us.
Oddly enough, it was the Pokemon that came out that I could have sworn Superior was in the first slot. Hastily defeating the grunt, I shrugged it off and went forward. I was challenged again. At least I have a fighting type, I mumbled to myself as the battle started. But I had spoken too soon. Mouth dropped open when instead of my Minchao, I was looking at the back of my Zebstrika. Creepily confused now, I struggled to win and opened up my party afterwards. Even if I had been expecting it, I couldn't have prepared for what I saw. The Minchao and Superior were both completely absent from my party. Where had they gone? Outraged, I felt like yelling at my DS, but I knew that wouldn't help anything. Was this some sort of glitch? Had they rushed the release due to all the hype? I couldn't say, but I wasn't ready to give up.
The game had been in Japan,
After all, I still had 3 others besides Cofagrigus dudes, right? I was about to engage in another plasma member. Creepy was greeted by the same prompt as before. Creepy is hungry. Feed it a gold nugget? I was already too pissed to deal with this, so the hard pound the A button, I chose no. Soon after, I was fighting the plasma guy. I should have anticipated, but Zebstrika wasn't sent out. Furious, I took out my anger on the live party and checked my party. Oh god, everything was gone. Everything was gone except that stupid Cofagrigus. Creepy would be of no use against his dark types, but I didn't care anymore. It was after that I had caught the stupid thing, so maybe it was to blame. Creepy is very hungry. Feed it a gold nugget? Flashed on the screen again, and I finally lost my cool. Fusing the feed the great thing and running into the next grunt, I was fully prepared to see this nuisance faint and get whited out. The grunt's out, light part. Perfect. I was about to select attack when the game suddenly grew him out of its own. Creepy used bind. What? Does it even have that move? I watched its ghost-like arm develop the foe. I don't remember bind ever looking like that. Liepard used struggle. How is that possible? Struggle only used when no other move can be used.
Mm-hmm.
Don't the Pokemon of trainers normally have full PP at the beginning of battles? And then my stomach went cold. I stared in shock as the Lipard writhed in my
Pooh just did 200 damage with his bare hands. I feel like we don't need this.
In my Creepy's powerful grip, letting out its cry. Creepy's mummy MP special ability activated, and bandages launched out to constrict it even more. Creepy used Crush Grip. I knew for sure it didn't know that move, but nonetheless, the Lipard was damaged. It fainted in a single blow, unable to even cry once more as customary. But it wasn't over. Slowly, Creepy's arms dragged the motionless feline towards its body, then yanked it inside. Coffin slammed shut, and the match ended. I was shaking by then, wondering how they could put something so terrifying in a children's game, when a message came up. Creepy. Are you still not enjoying your Pokemon team? I did. They were all wonderful. Finally dawned on me. This wasn't a glitch. This Crawfordrigus had been eating my team all along. Creepy. However, I'm not satisfied. Feed me, Spencer.
I'm assuming our protagonist here is named Spencer.
Hold on. Chills ran down my spine. My trainer was named Ash. Spencer is my real name. Before I could even press a button, I was abruptly thrown into battle. I have a feeling that maybe Spencer's the name on the DS and not the in-game character. Maybe this is more data. You know what I mean. I was opposing. So yeah, Spencer. So I was abruptly thrown into battle. I was opposing Creepy as myself. I glared vehemently at the screen, and that mocking smile. The game went on by itself. Ash used mean look. Ash's sprite shared the scowl I was wearing. Creepy used taunt. A proper trainer would feed his Pokemon before trying to make them stronger. You should have fed me when you had a chance.
If I may interject, Mr. Cofagrigus, you picked the wrong generation to haunt. You could have picked Gen 6, when Pokemon Amiibo was introduced.
Yeah.
And he could have fed you delicious cupcakes.
Yeah, he could have.
But no, you had to pick Gen 5.
I swallowed and shook the DS violently. I attempted to run, but as expected, it failed. Couldn't escape. Creepy used Bind. I wailed in agony, knowing what was coming. Ash used Screech. Creepy used Scary Face. Its grin distorted and curled at its edges, its jagged teeth gnashing together as the coffin door swung open like a yawning mouth. Ash used Struggle. It was too late. I was already being dragged in, and then it happened. The Crush Grip finished the job. And with a sickening crack, I saw myself yanked in, limp. The screen went black, briefly, interrupted by a maniacal laugh and a close-up of those menacing red eyes. I chucked my DS at the wall, trembling, and fled the room. Since that event, I haven't been able to sleep. I will keep the lights on. Whenever I accidentally doze off, I see that face. That scary face. Haunting me in my dreams. I tried restarting the game, hoping to evade that vicious, shiny Cofagrigus. But each time I am greeted by pitch black. Looking at my trainer card yields nothing, but what might be a sleeping Cofagrigus. And the trainer name always shows up as Eaton. Comments. Let's read these. 10 out of 10. Oof, I bet you can guess what I'm going to name my Cofagrigus if I get one. Yes, it knew his real name. Why am I not surprised? 7.8, too much water.
It's really the only rating you can give Pokemon creepypastas, I feel.
I thought this pasta was good.
Who's level 80? I don't think it needs the
so
sword
the next
anymore.
fucking comment is all one sentence. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this all in one breath, okay? There's no punctuation. Wait, no, okay, never mind. There's one period in here. I thought this pasta was good. Not the best, but good for a Poke Pasta. I thought it was interesting when most of the Pokemon were disappearing and you had no idea what was going on. That's just what I thought.
I had an idea.
However, I thought the ending was a cliche to most Poke Pasta where you were experiencing that terrifying event and can't sleep seeing what you saw. I just wish this pasta thought of something different in the ending, but the rest was good. Not best creepy pasta I have ever read, but you did pretty good job. 6.8 out of 10. The weirdest thing is, Creepy is pink. What the fuck?
That's what color shiny Cofagrigus is.
Oh, it is? Okay, let's go find another one. Let's see, so...
How many more do you want to do? Because Pooh's level 80.
Crushed Cubone's Revenge. Curse. Death Shines Like a Candle.
Oh,
Devolution. A Difficult Task. Disabled. I've read that one before. Divulging in Madness. Do You Know Where You Are? Do You Remember?
The 21st night of September, yeah.
Drought. Duskull and Dusclops. The Dying of the Light. Remember, just...
Yeah. Dying of the Light, sure.
Okay.
That sounds like...
Ever since the creation of... Oh, wait, okay, hold on. There's no... I don't see the writer on this one. Okay. Yeah, it's an anonymous writer.
Ever since their creation in the second generation, shiny Pokemon have become one of the single most desired things in history of the franchise. And why not? They're different, beautiful, in most cases at least, and extremely rare. So much so that one could go through every one of the post-second gen games, post-second gen period games, 10 times and never see one. As such, many people all over the world have discovered glitches and loopholes that can be exploited, albeit with slight difficulty, in order to obtain one of those rare, sparkling pixel creatures. Now, I've always looked down on a little for those who would cheat to get a shiny, as it seemed impure to catch one due to something other than pure luck that's usually required. It takes all the wonder out of it if you really have to punch in a code and get that rare, beautiful Pokemon others can spend lives searching for. This idea only grew stronger in my mind when I, at last, encountered my first shiny, the Earthring I named Chernobyl. I cheated, inspired by the nuclear waste green color.
Oh, we know.
Oh, well, I didn't know what shiny Earthring looked like, okay?
Oh.
I caught Chernobyl after playing these games for years. My heart pounding and my hand shaking as I clicked on the Ultra Ball icon. Adrenaline rushing through me as I watched it wobble and then fall silent. How could anyone cheat in moments like this through cheating? But then I discovered the art of software setting. It wasn't technically cheating, I thought. The chance of encountering a shiny didn't decrease, and it was entirely possible I could just spend as many years software setting as I spent playing and never actually get one. And
you're literally
perhaps I was
running
a tad
away from
jealous
us
of my
now.
friends and their shinies. Since I couldn't actually use Chernobyl due to her stats and level in relation to my other Pokemon, just as well, I wasn't a huge fan of Ursaring, though I can hardly complain about finding one that wasn't as shiny. So while Chernobyl currently rests in my box of Soul Silver, right next to the complimentary Red Gyarados, they were out and about in their main parties, winning battles and looking beautiful. There was a chance that I could obtain an usable shiny and not have to cheat to get it. I just decided I would take it. So I turned on my DS and started up the copy of Leaf Green I had borrowed from a friend a few months ago. I had just recently played through most of it, but my team was subpar, and I'd already sent them up to Soul Silver, so I had nothing to lose.
How far are you in Soul Silver?
I racked up a full minute of gameplay naming my rival and myself, a boy, I dubbed Jace, despite my gender, and nearly entering telegraphs before I...
Why did you name your character in this creepy
3
pasta
famous
chase?
Pokeballs. I moved to the last one, pressing A to make sure it contained who I hoped it did. Charmander. I smiled, clicking in and out in the save menu for the first time and last time in a long while. As respected, the first one of what would be many, I was sure was a regular blend of yellow and orange. It leapt in place on the screen, and I smiled. I always got Squirtle when I was younger, adoring the tank-like qualities of Blastoise and the incredible usefulness of water type in general. But I couldn't deny how cute Charmander was, nor could he deny how incredibly awesome a shiny Charizard would look in front of my team. LRAB, he start select. The first combination was pressed, giving way to countless more afterward. When I say countless, I mean I didn't even try to keep track of them. I started my mission at 5 o'clock on Thursday night and went painstakingly pressing the same combination of buttons till around 11:15 with no luck. Same thing with the next night to no avail. And the next. And the next. I almost gave up more than once, but how many times I had given up on things before? You know, this story sounds, very...
Welcome to college, buddy. We're probably going to give up on this soon, because...
I mean, this too, but I also remember, like, one night, one afternoon at Game Club, I remember you were trying to soft reset for a shiny Moltres.
Was that it?
Back at high school Game Club.
Oh, what game was that?
I think it was Fire Red.
Okay, well...
You were soft... I remember you were sitting back there, and you were... we just kept asking, like, hey, what are you doing? You're like, I'm soft resetting for a Moltres.
I remember I found a shiny Zubat, like, legitimately leaf green, just in Mount Moon, randomly. And, like, it scared me.
I guess so, what was it? I almost gave up more than once, but how many times had I given up on things like this before? Was I really going to be the one to admit I tried getting one of the most beautiful shinies in the game, but gave up simply because I wasn't willing to put in the time? So I kept going on until I lost track of time. Perhaps passing one in my eventual exhaustion at the monotonous task of button pressing. Then writes the sound of Charmander's cry in the exact same shade of orange coloring in its skin. Praying each time would be different, and it would appear to be leaping towards the little red star that would confirm it was. At least he's the Charmander I wanted.
I just did 600 damage with his bare hands.
Was that a critical?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I must have gone through every single one of the
He does like 200
8,192
damage with his bare hands.
ordinary
normally.
Charmanders, as the odds assured me. I would encounter her before the moment arrived. It was nearing 10 on a school night, and I had a test the next day, so I was a mixture of exhausted and anxious. Determination replaced with sheer desire for both the shiny and to overcome the obstacle of the game. Ellis pressed his buttons again, numbered by the time and lack of success, but something made me look twice before I could. The orange that had begun to mock me was replaced by a soft shade of yellow, and the tiny, adorable lizard gazing up at me did so beneath a bright red star. I saved the game for a second time. Playtime of 1 minute still remaining despite the hours I'd thrown into finding my golden Charmander, and then went nuts. Screamed with excitement and leapt from the couch, jumping to the ceiling with excitement. My second shiny ever, and it was going to be a Charizard. Charizard! One of the most famous and desired Pokemon, it was mine and shiny. I couldn't contain myself.
Yeah, but is it unbeatable like Leon's Charizard from Sword and Shield? I don't think so.
Yeah. It ended up being a girl. Tiamat. Perfect name for a vicious dragon. Black as night. I squealed, hugging the DS to my chest.
You don't have to explain your edgy nicknames, we get it.
Tiamat's from D&D, dude. Yeah, it's a 5-headed dragon.
Never mind. But Charizard only has one head.
Yeah, but it still looks like a fucking dragon. At last, it came to battle Blue and a Squirtle. His non-shiny Squirtle. Blue threw out his little turtle and it gave its trademark cry. But then Tiamat came out, and I thought I was gonna faint. Her gold back and red flame.
Did you save the game?
Yeah, she did.
Huh.
Her gold back and red flame were briefly surrounded by the ring of tiny sparkles. Then she too called out. I could swear I heard happiness in it, though that may have just been me. Again, I giggled like a little girl, shutting my eyes and clutching Tiamat and my DS to my heart.
Okay, Ness is level 89, so,
At last, yeah. I heard a few various bound noises while still fangirling. I assumed I must have pressed A. There was the sound similar to my Pokemon scratch, shortly followed after a set of lowering tones, meant ones. Okay, at the second sound, I lifted the DS and his leg back bow. Tiamat had lost a tiny bit of damage, about 2 HP, and I scowled at the Squirtle. How dare he lay a hand on Tiamat? The rest of the battle went down
it's kind of part of the game.
A few scratches and tackles later, I emerged victorious, with Tiamat now at level 6. I loved her already. Just after we finished, I saved again for good measure. Far too in love and far too paranoid to not do all I could to make sure Tiamat stayed safe in my new file. Oak and Blue spouted the usual dialogue, and no sooner had Blue finished demanding that I smell him later than I burst out of Oak's lap, healed Tiamat back at my mom's house, and headed up towards Route 1. And yeah, did my journey with Tiamat begin with a battle with a Pidgey. For the first time, I think, I was overjoyed to run into a wild Pokemon. I couldn't wait to show off Tiamat's skills, if only to myself and the indifferent AI. I smirked wickedly at the little Pidgey. Hello, first victim. Tiamat sparkled when she emerged from her Pokeball, crying out threateningly to the weak little bird. I didn't think I'd ever get tired of that little glittery ring that wound around her back. Once more, I heard that scratching sound, followed by the indicator stats being lowered. As I was watching this time, however, I was baffled. I hadn't used Scratch. Neither had the Pidgey, for that matter. None of us had time to use any moves at all. As I stared, I noticed a tiny bit of HP fell down from Tiamat's health bar, as it had during the Battle of Blue. I felt my eyes narrow. This didn't make sense. I knew there were a few abilities that could affect the Pokemon in the field in later generations, but I didn't recall them coming with a sound, or being possessed by any wild Pidgey I'd ever encountered. However, I wasn't given much chance to ponder this, as almost immediately after I noticed, the Pidgey suddenly fled, ending the battle. Out of battle, back in Overworld, things appeared normal. Jace was just standing there amidst the grass, upbeat music playing as though nothing out of the ordinary had occurred just seconds before. Wary, I opened the Pokemon menu to check on Tiamat, unease pooling in my stomach. There she sat, just as she always had, her green eyes shining as she smiled with constant grin. I looked at her for a bit, still a little rattled, and finally noticed something. Something I wouldn't have seen if I'd spent many hours inspecting the Charmander sprite. The color at the top of her head looked off. It was off by maybe a little more than a single pixel, but it was there. It appeared faded, like the yellow had been in the sun and was just a little bleached. I blinked multiple times, unsure of my eyes, which surely must be tired after staring at the screen so long after finding Tiamat. They appeared to still be there, Even after my longest blink, I shook my head, knowing how paranoid I was when it came to data and electronics, and decided that was only my own fear of losing the shiny I'd worked so hard to find. Shrugging off, I exited out of the menu. I took 2 more steps forward and encountered wild Pokemon. This time a Rattata bared its tiny fangs at me across the field. Again, sound of scratching and dropping of stats. This time, though, I was almost expecting it. I noticed that Tiamat's HP fell a little more or so. More so, too, did the strange bleaching effect occur at the top of her head. I could see now that the yellow was not merely fading, but disappearing altogether, being replaced by pure white. The wild Rattata fled. I didn't move this time. The open Pokemon menu? This wasn't my eyes. I was sure of that now. But I didn't know what was going on. Was it something with the programming? A glitch, maybe? New thought came to me. Then, that this wasn't my game, that somehow all of my software settings must have screwed up the cartridge. Then I'd have to answer my friend next time I saw him. Oh man, he was gonna kill me. I mean, I could probably buy him a new one, but that didn't make this okay. I groaned, smacking myself in the forehead, cursing myself for my desire for shinies. But my guilt was interrupted by the sound of battle music. I felt a chill. I hadn't even moved. Another Pidgey appeared, followed by Tiamat, and I could take no joy in that sparkle I was already in love with because I knew what was coming. Strange couplet of sounds and decreasing pixels that hinted at something being amiss. All I could do was watch as it happened. My face was going pale, my stomach turning. If no one else is watching.
Really? I don't blame him.
Yeah. Where was I? I was almost grateful when I saw the text box appear, alerting me that the Pokemon had run away, but something went wrong immediately after. The battle scene didn't fade away. The music never stopped. Another wild Rattata simply slid into place from off-screen, looking just as it always had so many times before. The same pair of unsettling noises, faster now, and more of Tiamat's health and color disappeared from them before. Wild Rattata fled. Wild Pidgey fled.
Okay, look how much health Ness has. Just
ha! Pidgey appeared. Pidgey fled.
I don't
Pidgey
think
appeared.
we need
Pidgey
the
fled.
Surf King
Rattata
anymore.
appeared. Rattata fled. Faster and faster, the spikes kept sliding on and off the screen. Their cries were mingled into one disturbing drone, emerging from my speakers.
how much is left, by the way?
We passed the halfway point.
Awesome. After this, I'm gonna go get dinner.
Okay.
After the story, and then you can. I don't know. We'll see.
And Tiamat, my beautiful Tiamat, I can only watch as her HP fell faster and faster as her color drained like sand in an hourglass, revealing ghostly white beneath the sunflower yellow.
Hey, White Charmander sounds badass.
It actually does. I mashed the buttons, desperate, but the Pokemon kept coming, and her color kept draining, and her life kept fading. I lifted the on-off switch over and over again.
But colors are
But
supposed
the game
to...
seemed frozen in this terrifying loop. At last, exasperating, I shouted at my DS, "Stop it!" To my surprise, it did. Panting, I stared at the screen, tears of literal fear and frustration in my eyes. Tiamat's HP had reached 1. Her skin was the color of bones, and the field was empty. Silence suddenly, even the battle music. I thought about pressing something, trying to turn it off, but I couldn't make myself move. For my eyes, the field remained empty until another text box appeared on screen. Wild Charmander appeared. A shiny Charmander suddenly appeared before me.
What?
No, not quite shiny. A small splotch on its leg was the same color that Tiamat had once been, but the rest was the same shade of orange. I'd come to know so well. I met its eyes and shuddered. They glared at me, not the male pixel figure, brand in my eyes, with visible malice, above a red-tinged mouth. I couldn't look away. Wild Charmander appeared. This one was almost shiny too, with a patch of yellow around its stomach. It merged with the first, becoming a small, hideous monster. It had the same look as the first, but its tail, what I could see of it, had a flame that was almost non-existent. Charmanders continued to appear at a frightening rate, each one clipping into the other one, and each one with a small patch of shiny skin somewhere on its body, and red in its mouth. Some of their mouths were open, black holes with thick red drops spilling out of them. Oh my goodness.
Edgy.
And some of their eyes were angry slits, bits of sea green with blue-black beneath them. I could see what looked like bones through some of their bodies, rotting as they stood. They only got worse as they kept coming.
I have a feeling the lesson here is if you reset all the Pokemon that you got, that you didn't get are going to be sad or some shit.
Where was I?
Sorry.
They only get worse. Their cries as mutilated as their tiny bodies, until I could hardly recognize them.
Yeah, mutilated Charmander, fun.
The entire side of the field was filling up with them. Text had stopped appearing anymore, and all that announced their presence was a new cry or appearance of a hateful, repulsive lizard. And through it all, there was only one HP bar for the massive, broken, yellow-orange bodies. Though the names had stopped being Charmander, began to spell her phrase, repeating over and over again. Do you want me now? The DS was shaking in my hands. My heart thundered in my chest. I could barely read the sentences that flew up before me. Do you want me now? 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 Beneath it, I saw the HP counter rising, almost as if it was as fast as the dying Pokemon appeared. The numbers skyrocketing into the thousands, 2,000s, 3,000s, and upward, as their cries resounded in the background, sounding almost sad and angry as they shot out of my speakers. I tried to turn it off again. Tried to turn off the sound. Tried to do anything to make it stop, but nothing responded. I would listen to the vengeful death songs of these rotting creatures until the battery died. I thought, and there was nothing I could do about it. I watched the numbers climb through blurry eyes. I almost dropped the DS when all came to a sudden halt. Cold silence stabbing me in the gut as the wailing ceased. Barely breathing, I shifted my eyes to the mass of orange and yellow, black and red, was met with a formless, mutated mass of head and arms and fire.
Ew.
Every eye that I could see looked straight into mine, filled with pure murder and loathing.
Congratulations.
I looked away, and back to the HP. Want me? One word. There's no space in there.
Okay.
7,597.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the Game Boy can't handle that.
My eyes flicked over to Tiamat. She was pale as corpse and looked like she was shaking in time with me. And as I watched, she turned, letting a low, tortured cry. Our eyes locked, and I felt the agony, the expression, chill me to the bone. But the rage in her eyes chilled me to the bone. Her mouth was a black void, dripping red.
Mm-hmm.
Text flashed rapidly, the box below her. Capital C, lowercase c, lowercase c, capital C, capital C.
Alright, you don't have
capital W, A, lowercase a, 5 uppercase N's. It spells want me. C, 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 want me. Use revenge. A single deafening roar. The scream flashed like a shattering light bulb. I tore the cartridge out, almost snapping off the top screen of my DS. My breath was swift and shallow, and I couldn't feel...
Who's level 90? Or, I'm level 90.
Oh, goody.
I think...
Set up a save state.
Okay, how do I do that?
Press the reset.
Oh, on the...
Yeah, the console. Where was I? Okay, so for a long time I clutched the cartridge in a shaky, white-knuckled grasp. Feeling it pressed against my damp skin was too scared to look at it for fear of what I'd see. I was expecting melted plastic or shattered bits of my eyes. Did you just...
Well, we didn't get it anyway, it's not...
But now we have to restart everything!
Oh... I didn't know how to...
You go over to the other thing and then you press A. Now we have to restart all of that.
No, well, you don't have to restart.
You can go out, grab lunch. I'll keep this up on my own, but just...
Watch, you're gonna get it while I'm gone, watch.
Hold on, I have to finish reading this before we keep going.
Okay.
Okay, I made a promise.
Or while you... I'm
Yes,
sorry, I didn't mean to, I feel bad now.
I cracked it against the table. A few days later, I bought a new copy of Leaf Green and returned my friend next to my son. I didn't plan on telling him or anyone else about what happened that night. To keep him from questioning my lack of playtime, I started a new game, played a little bit, shivering through it all and jumping every time a wild Pokemon appeared. Chose Bulbasaur just so I'd be as far away from the Charmander at the end of the table. The old copy went out with the trash a long time ago in pieces. And that was that. And after all the effort and stuff we did, we've lost some data. I'm not going to put too much blame on Chase. But I am going to be a little bit honest. I am a little mad. So we reached level freaking 90. This is a new motif people would be interested in. Me and Chase reading off creepypastas, because I'm enjoying it. It's a little disappointing to see those numbers so small now. Ba-da-ba-ba. Hurry up. Come on, hurry the fuck up. I just want to go. I just want the sword. Ba, 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 ba. We don't have the sword. My voice is sore now because of this shit. We're still at just... Still like no one watching. So, turn on that auto fight and let them do it. I don't give a fuck. I just want my fucking piece of shit. You know what I want. We're nearing 2 hours, for fuck's sake. What the hell is this fucking bullshit? Ba-ba. What the fuck did that say? Hold on. Did it just say... Is that it? Did it just say we got XP? It looks like it said something different. I'm just gonna turn auto attack. What the fuck did that say? Okay, okay, it did just say each. Yeah, okay, we each gain XP. That was it. Yeah, we dealt a lot of damage to him. Holy crap, Paula's almost dead. Find another creepypasta read as soon as Chase gets back. I really hope, for fuck's sake, that something happens and this shit works out for us. Because I need something to help encourage me. I really need that sword. I want that fucking sword, guys. I also really want to be finished with this because fucking I got Okami to borrow my roommate's copy of Okami and I really want to play that. So yeah, please sword, please come to me so I can go and play Okami. Turn on auto fight, we'll be fine. We're gonna be fine. Let's join the views. Ugh. Really use a fucking... Please hurry up and give me the sword, damn it. Restart this whole thing again. Okay, just trying to auto fight and we'll be good. We're still nearing 2. Hold on. Did that timer stop on screen? What the fuck? The on-screen timer froze. What the fuck? It still says we're on air. How long have we been going? It just says live. The screen's still going, so... Just dang it. Come on! Give me the fucking sword already! I'm gonna have to pull out an earbud and just listen to something else. I'm doing the chills. I'm saying everyone is very low on health now because of me. Okay, just turn on auto fight. We'll be good. We're still trying to get that sword. Dang it. I really don't know how long we've been going because the timer stopped. I just keep playing. The false idea that we're gonna get that sword. Now we're getting shit level ups. We confronted the Starman, alright. Yeah, now that I'm alone, it's all boring because I don't got anyone to read shit or converse with. When Chase gets back, I'm gonna fucking go cook me like a banquet meal. Like 5 minutes. Okay. Come on, you guys. Gosh fucking damn it. Ba 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 bum. Ba da ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba da ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Someone else is joining me. Oh fuck, I'm attacking the robot, haven't I? I don't want to do that. Please, just give me that damn sword. I want a sword. For fuck's sake, please. That's all I ask out of you. I said you just give me the sword. There's nothing more I want in life right now than the fucking sword. We just keep swinging away. Here we go. Yeah, we're still at this shit. Right. We got. My heart keeps going up because I'm always expecting this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the sword. But it's never gonna be the sword. I'm convinced the sword doesn't exist. And that any memories we have of getting the sword prior are all false. We made it up. I'm convinced. Because we've been at this for a really long time. But we just can't get this sword. It's borderline mythical. Ah! We got it! Holy shit! We got the sword! We did it, guys! Wow! I did it! Holy shit! Chase said it was gonna happen while he was gone. Holy crap. Oh. Oh. We got the sword! I'm a crazy save state. Holy crap. No. I am not. Hold on, let me just... Let's adore this! We did it! We got the sword! Hallelujah! 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 See, this is what patience, waiting, effort, and struggle, they get you success. We've poured in almost over 4 hours. We accidentally reset the game and lost all the time we put in. But through all that struggling, we finally got the Sword of Kings. This, ladies and gentlemen, is success. We finally got the legendary, mythical Sword of Kings. And you know what? Let's do that. Oh wait, we need to go move it from Paul's inventory. Oh my goodness. It doesn't feel real that we have this finally. Because I've been waiting for so long to get it. Thinking it was never going to come. Legit thinking that we were going to give up and say, fuck the sword. But guys, we did it. We got the sword. I'm excited. And now I wonder if Just a Troll Chase, since he's not here and not watching. Oh. And Chase is watching. Well, Chase, look what I fucking did. I don't need you. I don't need you. I got the Sword of Kings of my own. Ha! That's not true. I needed you. You're moral support. And I'm your moral support. We're bros. He's out somewhere at the Scott Cafe. We're bros. Chase coming back because I want someone to play games with. Oh my goodness. Time to go fucking save the game. But you know what Chase still pisses me off? Yeah, I did create a new save state. Trust me, everything's fine. I'm pissed that we lost the old save state because I wanted to see how much money we were gonna get from all of that. And now we're probably not gonna get this much XP again. I'm just happy. I finally got the fucking Sword of Kings. It doesn't feel real. I don't feel like this is actually happening. I'm convinced I've passed out. I'm on the ground, choking on my spit, and I'm just dying on the floor, hallucinating that I finally got the sword. I'm convinced this isn't happening, but it is, and I'm just so damn happy with this in the right way. Who cares about money? We got the sword. I mean, yeah, but we could spend all that money on food and stuff. I mean, shouldn't we go buy the house in Onett? That's a necessary thing. My voice is sore as hell now because of this. But luckily, I don't need to be talking for the next few days, so I'm good. Oh my goodness. Oh, I gotta rewatch this on stream. I'm gonna keep going till we actually go physically in-game save. Because we got the save state. We got saving. We got in-game save. I want to be super safe here. I want to be super safe. Got 7,000. We are goof. We are good. Please let us go. We have a sword. You don't want to mess with me when I have a sword. I mean, you didn't want to mess with us as of like, I don't know, a half hour ago before Chase deleted everything. I'm sorry, Chase. I don't mean to be a douche to you. I'm just having a giggle. Oh, my throat, though. It's like actually hell. Well, it's official. I have officially gone insane from playing Earthbound, but we did this shit. It's paid off with the sword. It paid off earlier with all that fucking cash and level ups we got. All those great level ups, Chase. And you know what? I don't give a fuck at this point anymore. I just want to go save. Yeah, Paul's gonna die. There's no saving Paul left. I don't care. We're running away. And we ran away successfully. Let's go to the machine that we can hope resurrects dead people. I don't give a fuck. Let me go. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. I wanna go the fuck away. Please let me go the fuck away. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go easy on my throat next couple days. Ah, damn it. Yay. Hold on. Yeah, I know I had no visible effect on Paula because she's dead. Chase, can you guide me? Am I going the right way to leave? Where's Escape Mouse? Do we get Escape Mouse? Can we just use that guy to break us out of here? Oh crud, Pooh's been diamond. Wait, hold on. Which way to go? Is it up or down? Maybe it was the chase leaving. Maybe it was the fact that I mentioned I wanted to play Okami. Maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe Okami is a special game after all. Not that I doubted anyone saying that, just... It has mystical powers like this to get a Sword of Kings. Then what have I been doing? Next time we play this game, guys, we'll be leaving. As in, like, we'll be beating this dungeon for good. And, real question to everyone watching. Would y'all be interested in me and Chase just keep up the whole reading creepypastas thing? Because I actually kind of enjoyed that, thought that was fun. Okay, everyone's alive, including Paula. Now, where's that phone? I do it again, but what we do while reading them? Just, play games. Do what we always do. Where's the phone, Chase? Oh, wait, it's on there at the table. Okay. It's called Dad. Deposited over $100,000 to our bank account. My throat is so sore. Okay, yep. Will it continue? Just so we can make another save state, okay? There we go. We can get rid of that one from before all this. Let's go make one more and then... This again. Call Dad. We're a great team, aren't we? Well, you should press off instead of the reset, alright? We'll see you all next time. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm fucking hungry. So I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.